We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef, I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBO Boxing and my man CDK Boxing. What's going on with you, man?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored. I can't complain.
That's good to hear, man.
Man, I'm really excited, man. This right here, this upcoming week, man, it's about to be a great week, man, of boxing. I'm talking about, man, one of the best weeks in the last 40 years.
Yeah, for sure. Did you hear? Did you hear about? Did you see Oscar De La Hoya's documentary?
No, I haven't seen it. I heard about it. I haven't got to check it out yet, and I'm ready to check it out. Did you checked it out?
Yeah. You know, Oscar's my favorite, man.
I know.
You know, I seen it.
Man, that's my guy. I call him the cocaine cowboy.
Oh, you rough. You rough, man. I think it was funny because he was on the Breakfast Club, and it was just crazy to see Charlamagne continuously attacking. And it's like,
Yeah, I ain't like that.
I don't know what he was trying to prove or what he was doing. I mean, I thought that, hey, brother, I thought that was dumb, man. The man,
Well,
go ahead.
Charlamagne's a clown for one, and people gotta understand one thing. He's made a living in his name off of talking down on people, and when certain people come on there, if he can find out any kind of information on you, he's gonna try to go in and attack you. That's what he does best. So that's just him. I don't pay him no attention, you know what I'm saying? But to disrespect a legend like that to me was just real, you know what I'm saying? It was just, man, it was just unnecessary.
It was Bush League to me because you know the funny thing about it, Oscar's never hid from the fact that he had a drug problem.
Never.
Oscar's, you know, it's funny. Oscar hasn't done any lying. So it's like, even the stuff with his
No.
mother, you know, where they said, he even said, the reporter said, my mother's last words was, do it for me. I mean, so I just thought, go ahead.
And might not to cut you off, but when I joke around and stuff when it comes to Oscar, but I've been where he's at, man. I got 18 months clean and sober, man. I was out there, and I know what it
Congratulations,
is.
man.
Thank you, man. I know what it is to be in that situation. So when people talk about, people like that, it really just gets up under my skin because anybody can fall victim to drugs. Anything can happen, and a person can get put in a bad situation. So, man, whether he's clean or not, I salute him. You know what I'm saying? And just hope that everything works out for him.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's crazy because anytime you're talking about substance abuse, man, I'm sure this is not something Oscar's proud of, man. I
No,
know it's not.
It's not, and it's a hard thing to overcome. But today, man, today is my little boy's birthday. He want to say hi. Say hi, man. Hi.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you. Thank you. He turned 5 today, man. So he really wanted to get on here and say hi. So I had to let him get on here and say that. Now, I like people don't understand when a drug problem not only affects you, but it affects the loved ones around you, your family. Everybody has to go through it. Like for me, and for Oscar, I don't know what his support system look like, and it's probably different from mine because when you're the person that's on top like that, people kind of, everybody depends on you. So he got a lot of yes men. You see what I'm saying? In my situation, I didn't have a lot of yes men. I had people that really loved me that stayed on me, but they didn't give up on me. So, it's a different situation. Me and Oscar, we had the same problem, but different circumstances where I had people really behind me that was willing to tell me the truth. He probably don't got that. He probably got a lot of people that's scared to say, man, hey, Oscar, you need to get help.
Yeah, I think the funny thing was he did what you always ask. The first step was, hey, man, admitting where he could have been better at. And it's just like when I seen Charlamagne go on there, man, you know what, man, he just showed everybody, man, he's an absolute clown, man. He's a
clown. Anybody bleach their skin is a clown. You know what I'm saying? The man was dark skinned. He was darker than me 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden he's pale rider. So I don't pay him no attention. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny, man, because I don't care what nobody say, man. Black and brown men can never get a fair shake. I don't know why.
Never.
I don't know. I don't know why. And then you get on the show. Only person was giving it a fair shake was Envy. But I'll tell you this: the thing that got me was I didn't realize that Oscar boxing was never his dream. That was something that shocked me.
Right. It wasn't. But I think it's almost like for us, like a lot of times, a certain thing might not be our dream, but because of the circumstances and where we are and where we come from, we have to roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. But I think Oscar, you know what I'm saying, he was good at it and he felt like it was a way out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he took that road and it worked out for him.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because when I think about it, he just really, man, he did everything you could ask somebody to do, man. He got on there. He was honest about his story. and just admit it. Hey, I was in the hood, man. I was trying to get out of this. And I did whatever it took to do it.
And man, I salute him, man, because at the end of the day, Charlamagne can say whatever he wants, but the man is a real success story, and he made it in life. And like I said, everybody got their demons and things they go through. Nobody's perfect, but Oscar De La Hoya is living proof, man, that if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yeah. So off that, man, I'm gonna ask you this, man. What you think about this fight? You think George Kambosos can get a big fight now?
Well, I think this fight is going to determine a lot, because not only for George, but I've been looking deeper into it. I've been looking into the fact that, a lot of people are skeptical about Devin Haney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teofimo Lopez. Mm-hmm. So either we're gonna see if Teofimo was off that night, or if George really just a good fighter. Could George actually be a good fighter? Could Devin be better than what we think? You know what I'm saying? Just have pillow fist. I mean, there's a lot of things behind this fight that I'm looking into and want to see, because I really want to see just how good, George Kambosos is, so I can, either give credit to Devin and Teofimo, saying, in a sense, or just say, hey, Teofimo, man, you had a bad night, or say, hey, Devin, you actually are a pretty good fighter.
Yeah. And you know what? I think what you're saying is just so paramount in the fact that, Teofimo Lopez, man, has had one of the best runs in boxing we've seen in a long time. I know people don't want to give him credit, but the brothers just had a terrific run. I mean, beating Lomachenko, beating Richard Comey. We see Richard Comey getting beat like a rag doll now, but that wasn't always the case. He was an IBF champion. So
yeah, he was. Keyshawn Davis is getting ready to go to the ring, right?
Yeah.
I really want to see what Keyshawn does. I mean, he's not after Frank Martin's last performance. Keyshawn is saying that he had a lot to say about Frank Martin. I don't know if Frank was exposed, but the guy that he fought, people got to understand something too, was I think he was a bronze medalist or silver. I can't remember. One to two, he was a bronze and silver medalist in the Olympics. So sometimes people are better than we actually think. So I'm not just gonna I'm not too down on Frank Martin yet. But man, Keyshawn Davis, I want to see what he does tonight. I heard what's the guy he lost to? The Cruz guy. I heard Cruz say that Keyshawn is not, he can't mess with him. He said a lot of stuff. But I watched that fight with him too, and somebody got mad at me because I gave the man plenty of credit and say he won, he looked good. But I said I still seen a lot of amateur type of boxing out of him. He didn't sit down on his punches, different stuff that I seen. And I tell people, man, and I don't always look at what other people looking at. You know what I'm saying? I go deep into the boxing. Like, I watch a lot of stuff. Just because you look good, I try to find, even though a person look good, I try to look at and see what I can see that he can work on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think Cruz needs to learn how to sit down on his punches. I think right now, if they fought, I truly believe, at the professional level, I believe Keyshawn will beat him right now.
I agree with that. Hey, salute to my man, Mark Nash, my big brother, man. Salute. He said bronze. Smash the like button. Salute to my man, Truth Serum. He said, salute BBO. Let's talk facts today. Oh, here you go, man. Talking crazy. Salute to my man Green Light, my brother, man. Salute to my man Green Light. I'll tell you this, man. When it comes to Keyshawn Davis, man, I think Keyshawn Davis can be special. I think him fighting so often, him fighting so much. I mean, this is him just fighting often and a lot, man, is you seeing him improve every day. You seeing him get better every fight. And, people say, oh, but he ain't fought nobody. But come on, man. Ain't nobody fought nobody this early in their career. I mean,
no.
Ain't nobody fought nobody. But I'll say this. Frank Martin, let's be honest. Frank Martin fought a guy, broke his face, and we still was upset because he didn't knock him out. That's kind of just what it was. He just didn't knock him out. But I mean, he broke the guy's face, beat him to death. I don't know, man. It's not much more you can say other than, hey, man, he just he beat another bum. I mean, come on, man. That guy that we seen, man, we'll never see him again, man. That's a cab driver. That's the epitome of a cab driver. So I don't know,
he's not even gatekeeper status.
No. And you know what's funny? I think some Roy Jones said that I didn't even think of. To be a gatekeeper is a special honor because that means you've been where I'm trying to go. So if I'm a young fighter and I'm trying to go somewhere, to hear somebody say, "Hey, man, you got to get through me to get back up there." So that in itself, to me, I think is a terrific thing, man. And it's going to be great to see Keyshawn Davis grow his career, man. Him and Big Baby both, man. I think we got some special young Americans, man. And let me ask you, man, have you seen this guy named Richardson Hitchison, man? I think his nickname is Africa.
Yes,
I have seen
him. Man, it's crazy you asked me that. Somebody was just asking me about him. They was asking me about him and the other guy, man, what's his name? Is it Abdullah? What's his name? You know what I'm talking about? Man, I can't they were asking me about Richard Hitchison and there's another guy. And I was telling them both of them look pretty good. They're young fighters. And I think no, it went it wasn't him. I'm trying to think his name, but I'll think of it in a minute. But I was telling them you know what I'm saying, I think they're gonna be special fighters, you know what I'm saying? And going back to what you were saying about Keyshawn, it was something, it was somebody else. People ask me all kind of questions about different fighters or whatever. But they was asking me like, do I think he's ready for the elite level? And I was telling them like, you know, I was comparing him to Jerron Boots Ennis, saying that we'll never know if they're ready for the elite level until they get in the ring with the elite fighter. You know, a lot of times, you know, you're waiting, and like with Jerron Boots Ennis, say for instance, this Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, his first fight turns out to be something special and great. We might not get the opportunity to see Boots in the ring with anybody real special for another 2 years.
Right.
And it's crazy to say that, but that might be how it go. You know what I'm saying? I think Boots is special. You know what I'm saying? I think Keyshawn is special. But I believe Keyshawn will get a chance before he does.
Yeah. and you know, it's funny you say that, man. When you're talking about Jerron Ennis, man, it's a lot of promise there. But I'll be honest, man, I lost a lot of respect for Jerron Ennis when I heard that boy Terrence Crawford talking to him like that on $1 million game. What he said? What's that?
I truly believe dude don't know how. I don't know. What I did, see, like I said, I was doing my homework and I went back and I started looking at videos to where he was calling out Terrence Crawford, where he was calling out Earl Spence. But it seemed like to me, either he froze up when he was talking to him, or he's just not good. One of those people that have great communication skills. It was one, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't too hard on him because I know that he wants those fights. I believe truly in my heart that if he gets the opportunity, he'll get in the ring with any one of them. But he need to tighten up on talking, man. His communication game is real lacking. His fight game a whole lot better. His fight game a whole lot better.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, it looked like Keyshawn looking a lot better, man. You see he coming forward.
He coming forward. Look at that.
Yeah, he looking.
He might be in the ring with Winnie the Pooh though, so I don't know.
You rough, man.
I don't know too much about this guy, but I'm looking at him. He ain't even built like a fighter.
No, he look like he work at that Forever 21. No, what's that store, man, where they have all that weird rocker stuff? I can't think of the name, but Spencer's. You look like one of them dudes that work at Spencer's, man.
Man, yeah, I don't think he got no business. He ain't got no business in with Keyshawn, but I don't believe so. And I think it's gonna be an early night for him. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't, it'll shock me.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, I'm just loving what I'm seeing with Keyshawn. I mean, he's getting better. He looks strong. Like look how much stronger he look. He's growing into that frame. I mean, he's gonna be special, man. I can see it, man. Only thing I'll say with him, I don't know if he got elite power, but sometimes that don't matter when you're a great boxer. But I haven't seen the elite power out of him. What about you, man?
No, but you know what's crazy? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the power, right? Like, if you think about it, I don't necessarily know that Shakur, I don't think he has elite power. Devin, if you just break it down, the only two people to me in them weight classes that has elite power that can get you out of there, to me, is T.O. and Tank. You see what I'm saying? Like those two guys got the type of power that one punch can change the whole fight.
For
but
sure.
What I do believe Keyshawn has and Shakur has that Devin don't have is they got keep me off you power. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call it. Yeah,
Hey,
I can. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this, man. When Devin Haney get up to 140, man, we gonna see what he really about. Because say what you want, and I'll be honest, I'm not that high on Regis Prograis because he had 4 knockouts against nobodies. I mean, so I'm not going off that. Other than Josh Taylor, I can't think of anybody that Regis has fought. And he lost to Josh Taylor. I mean, people say, oh, yeah, he looked good early on, but hey, you got to fight the whole fight. At the end of that fight, man, he got a case of the beats. I mean, it was just a real strong case of the beats, man. And I just didn't see, I don't see what people are talking about when it comes to him. But I'll say this, man. When you see these fighters, man, long term, I just hope that they fight each other, man, whether it's Devin Haney. And it's kind of funny how Devin Haney ain't got a word to say about Tank. Now that Tank is free.
Well, that it's been it came out that Tank actually did. They sent a contract over, which would have been Devin Haney's biggest payday, and he turned it down.
I didn't hear that.
So, yeah. If a contract, if you get a chance, look it up. Tank them they sent a contract over PBC Al Heyman to Devin, would have been his biggest payday, and he turned it down. So I lost all kind of respect for him because he been saying over and over what he can do. He can beat Tank, this, he can do that and do that. But I was telling my partner, man, listen, from what AB said, I believe it to be the truth. But I figured this out. Tank came in there against Devin out of shape. They got in there, they sparred, had the big gloves on, their headgear. Man, Tank caught him with something hard and almost knocked him out. Then they sparred for a long period of time. Tank not being in shape, Devin got the best of him. But I truly believe that he knows without a doubt that if him and Tank go in there with them 8-ounce gloves on, he's going to bed. And it ain't going to be pretty. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be pretty.
You see Shakur just got in the building.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Look at him with all the he's shining in there.
Hey, man, all them chains on, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, oh, man. You know what I like about that young man? Man, he ain't got them tight girl pants on. I get tired of seeing them, man. Them folks come in there, man, with little bitty pants on, man. My grandmama pants. I'm sick of it. I also wanted to say this right here off the topic, man. Just wanted to say, man, my condolences to Gilly the Kid and his family, man, in that tragic accident that took place, man. I know there's a lot to deal with, and I just hate to see stuff like that happen, man, for real.
Oh, what happened to Gilly the Kid? I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know his son got killed?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Oh, man, yeah, it's like a major thing all over the social media. I don't know how you missed it, but yeah, his son just got killed, got hit in the back like 2 days ago. 3 people got shot in Philly. 3 people got shot. Gilly the Kid's son got hit in the back, and he the only one that died. The other 2 in critical condition.
That's sad to hear,
yeah, it's sad to hear, and I just hated the way people were going in talking about Gilly should have got his son out the hood. He got $100 million contract. Well, Gilly's not living in the hood, and Gilly's son was 25, and he's gone, God rest his soul. But when somebody's 25 and adults, you can't tell them where they can go and where they can't go. So I'm not gonna put that blame on Gilly.
No, man. Anybody that's saying that, man, you can only just say this to them, man. Oh my goodness, that's
what the fuck you say?
Oh, you can say to that, man. Like, what can he do?
Yeah, what can he do, man? All that. I seen Hassan Campbell talking about he got his snot box rock and all that crazy talk, man. I hate talk like that. I hate it.
Hassan Campbell, man, he's a goofball, man. He like 5'2", wears size 15 shoe.
Yeah,
and be talking man, so.
Man. He
be talking like
yeah, but they all.
He talk, man. You know what kind of guy that was, man. That was a guy in lockup, man. He went in the dorms, man. Let's not play. He went in the dorms, man.
Yeah, man. Until he addressed Africa Bambaataa, man, I don't even want to listen to him.
Yeah, man. I'll just say this, bro. I'll say this, man. I don't want to hear no PC dudes talking crazy, man. You was in lockup, man. Stop playing, man. You was in.
Yeah, he was on PC, man. He was on PC.
Hey, that brother wasn't in the dorms at all, man.
Wow. He probably was on double protected custody. He was on PC, and then they had him on PC inside of PC. Man, I don't got time for that. Got time for
Hey,
dude, man.
hey, only time you see him is in the line, man, when you getting chopped.
Yeah.
Oh no, when you in PC, you don't see him then. I take that back.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Because man, I used to work when I was in prison, man, I worked in the chow hall. And my job was to take the food back to PC. You know what I'm saying? I had to go back there and feed them. So they couldn't come out their cells. Like even then, I would have to put their food trays through the slot. Like they couldn't be around nobody, man. They be standing in the door looking crazy. I used to be shaking my head like, man, who wants to do their time like this? 23 and 1. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine.
Can't get a shower. Can't get nothing, man.
I mean, if your girl go to work in the morning and you come out in the afternoon, you can't never talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Man, I've seen it, man. I used to be laughing at them dude, man. Now, you know, I've seen guys was in there that was on protected custody because of was not protected custody, but administrative protected custody, where they were so violent and stuff, and the people didn't want them on the compound that they would just put them on protected custody to keep them from harming somebody.
Yeah, look like Keyshawn, but get him out of there, man.
Yeah, you can't get him out of there, man. I told you the dude.
You wasn't lying, bro. You better get him out of there.
Yeah, this dude right here ain't even cab driver status.
Yo, yeah, he about to get him out of here.
Yeah, he ain't cab driver.
That's the first punch I seen him throw was that body shot.
I think Keyshawn just working on something, because usually Keyshawn come out there, man, and be trying to go. You know, he'll come out fast, but right now, there you go. He look like he's cranking up.
His feet look pretty loose.
Yeah, because I know he'll get dude out of there if he want to anytime. There's one of these fights where I think he's working on rounds.
Yeah, well, that's funny, man. He said 23 and 1. Hey, this guy laid down the whole time. Yeah, that ain't.
I mean, it's like being on Max, man. Like basically being on Max. You know what I'm saying? But you were in there because of you scared. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is.
I remember I was talking to my barber, man, and he had did 3 years down behind the wall. And he was telling me the story where somebody was being a lookout for some hooch or something.
Yeah.
And somebody else was doing something they weren't supposed to be doing, and they snatched him off the rack. And he hit his head. He hit his head on like one of the metal boxes, and he said, the meat of his head and scalp was over his face.
Dang, hey man, it happened, man. I'm telling you. You go in there, man. You see some of the most craziest things, some of the craziest people. You know, you run across some real weirdos in there.
I'll never forget that, man. He was like, and then they told him, "Don't go to the desk. Don't go to." I'm thinking he got to go to the desk.
Yeah, you gonna do it. What he gonna do? He gonna bleed out in there?
He said, my barber said, and then he had one of them towels on his head. He said the whole towel went red as soon as it touched his head. But I can't believe all the meat on his face and scalp was on the front of his nose. Man,
but you know, I'm telling you, like, you know, it's crazy, man. I seen a guy that worked there. He was a counselor, and there was another guy. He had a life sentence, man. He had been locked up by 22 years. And he had been on and off Max out. I mean, like, everybody knew dude was crazy. You had to kill him if you got into it with him. And he asked the counselor, he was trying to give his time back. And he asked the counselor about the time. He went to him and said, "Hey, could you check the computer?" And the counselor said, "Man, I ain't got time to be checking no computer, man. You got a life sentence. What you want to check the computer for?" You know what I'm saying? So dude walked off. So the counselor came into our pod, and dude was in a pod meet. He came out of cell, man. That man had a lawnmower blade. I'm talking about as long as my arm. He hit the counselor with it. Yeah, he stabbed that man. He stabbed that man 57 times. You could hear the knife when they were going through the console hitting the ground, you could hear the metal clanging off the ground going all the way through him.
Jesus.
Killed him.
Hey, man. That was rough, CDK. Oh my
God. Man, I seen some
hey.
crazy stuff in that, man.
Hey, man, as my uncle used to say, just when I think you can't take me any lower, you take me to the curb.
Man,
that boy CDK lay in the street, man. Forget the curb.
Man, I've seen the baby oil special where people take the baby oil and put it in the hot pot and boil it, then come out and throw it on somebody, man. I've seen that plenty of times.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, you get the crazy stuff.
I gotta get all that. Probably take all the skin off of you, man. Jesus.
Oh man, when you talking about peeling, it's like getting hit with a razor, man. It peel everything on top. That's about, man. It peel.
Hey, salute to my man D3. What's up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm all right.
How you doing now?
This is my brother CDK on here, man. This is my man. This is my TYT brother, man, right here, D3, man.
What's good with you, my brother?
What's going on, man?
Man, I ain't doing nothing. We sitting there watching Keyshawn take on his cab drive and hoping he gonna get him out there.
I was just sitting here watching this. I was sitting here laughing at how Keyshawn was having all this to say about Frank Martin, and he having a little bit of problems with this guy.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the same thing now. Now, the way he's looking after this fight, he might need to go back and do a real assessment on himself.
D3, what is you watching? He is beating him up. What is y'all watching?
He beating him up, but he beating him up. But the thing is, with Keyshawn, he runs his mouth a lot, and his action don't really follow what he be saying. I'm not complaining about him. I just want him to do more to keep up with his mouth, because he talk a big game, but he don't back it up all the time.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's got to be impossible for him to back that mouth up. Oh, he be talking cash money, man.
Oh
man, he talk cash money, man. I don't know how he can even. Whoa.
Hey, but who you think? Hey, who do y'all think will win between him and what's his name? Schofield. What's his name? Floyd.
You talking about Floyd? Schofield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough fight. That's a 50-50 fight right there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Beat him.
Keyshawn got the skills, and Floyd got the skills as well. But the thing is, they both have problems with their defense, and it's just it comes down to who can stands up to whose power when they get hit, because they both have lapses in the defense. So
you're right.
I kind of favorite Keyshawn a little bit, only because he has the amateur pedigree experience over Floyd, but I wouldn't put it past Floyd in beating Keyshawn.
You know what Floyd lacks? To me, the one thing he lacks I feel like is a great jab.
Yeah.
He does a lot of things real good, but the jab isn't there. And I want to see him, really just implement that to his game, get a jab, and start learning how to work behind the jab, because he has power and he's fast. If he get a nice jab, man, I think he'll be truly special.
Yeah, he do tends to come in without throwing the jab out there.
Yeah, that's all I see missing from his game.
What the hell? Keyshawn doing? What the fuck is he doing?
Man, I don't know. I think he want to look like Frank Martin. Look, I think he want to have something for Frank to talk about. I think Frank probably tweeting right now.
Probably. He definitely going to tweet after this fight. But the thing is, Frank Martin ain't even thinking about Keyshawn. He wanted Shakur. Keyshawn wanted to step in the business and call out Frank Martin.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically, man, Shakur Stevenson cheerleader, man. He's his cheerleader for real.
And see, that's the problem that I have with Keyshawn and Shakur, because y'all claim y'all want to be the best at 135, but both of y'all at 135, and y'all talking about y'all not fighting neither one of them. So how can y'all be the best if y'all not going to fight each other?
I feel like that Shakur, I would have called Devin's card and I would have took that 25 with a rematch, because Devin would have had a rematch clause. But in that rematch clause, I would have had the tables would have had to turn if I win. You know, I would have took a gamble on myself. If you really want to be the best and be the champion, that's just me personally. I understand where he's coming from and want more money. I definitely understand that. But I probably would have took a gamble, because Devin took a gamble when he fought George over there in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that from people all the time. I can't fault you feeling that way, because I mean, in a way I feel that way too, but in a way I'm like, okay, so, Devin, you and Shakur, y'all came up together. You know what Shakur brings to the table. You know that he ain't no slouch or whatever. You know he got the same fans that you got. Y'all got the same fan base. So why wouldn't you offer him a little bit more? You ain't got to give him no 50-50, but you could have at least offered him 70 a 70-30 or a 65, 65-35. You could have offered him a little bit more.
Because 70-30 is actually the standard contract, I believe, if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? For that type of situation, I think 70-30 is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, for the WBC, that's the mandatory split, 70-30 for the WBC.
Yeah, 70-30 is a mandatory split. And I feel like he should at least gave him that. I think maybe Shakur would have accepted that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he should have accepted it. But like I said, I don't fault nobody feeling like Shakur should have took that. Because Devin took the end. Now I do know that the reason why Devin got the smaller end is because he jumped out there and said he'll take that contract that they offer Loma. Now we don't know if that was the exact contract that they offer Loma, but he jumped out there and said that, and so they said, okay, well, this is what you get it. So he kind of put himself in that situation.
Yeah, he did put himself in that situation. And you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I don't know if I would have took this. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I wish he would have gambled, and I would have called Devin bluff just to see if he really wanted to fight.
Right. No, I get that. I get that. Like I said, I don't fault nobody feeling the way that they felt about that situation, because I kind of feel that way a little bit too. But I also feel how Shakur felt about the situation. So I don't fault nobody how they feel, because I mean, if you in that situation, you don't. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you Shakur Stevenson, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I would have took the 25%." You don't really know that unless you in that situation. You Shakur Stevenson, you feel like, nigga, I'm not no just run of the mill type mandatory. I'm a guy that brings something to the table as well. Although you the undisputed champion, but I got fans just as much as you got fans, and I bring something to the table too. This is going to be not the regular payday that you would normally get with a mandatory.
Well, you know, they have a bigger fan base, both of y'all.
That's what I say before y'all get started, man. Before I get started, I gotta snatch your chain, man. CDK, and I gotta, and D Free, I gotta snatch your chain too, man. Come on, man. Because y'all know for a fact that when he fought George Kambosos, anybody in the top 5 would have beat George Kambosos.
Oh no! We ain't disagreeing with that. BBO. We saying that what we saying is, like, the Devin gambled on himself and took.
No, that wasn't no gamble. He was gonna win.
He knew he was gonna win.
It wasn't a gamble. It wasn't a gamble, but he put himself in that situation. He said, "Give me the same contract that you offered Loma."
What I'm saying is this, man. Bill Haney's a pimp, man. and a lot of people then got fooled by him, man. He's a pimp, man. Just because he got that Deacon Boy haircut, he's a pimp, man.
That. Yeah, we been,
He's a pimp.
I've been through that. Like I didn't talk to Bill on T's channel. Bill been on T's channel a few times, and we talked to Bill. But I know how Bill is. I can tell he double talks and he say words to slide his way in, and I don't fault Bill for doing what he does. But if you're not from the streets and you never been around a dude like that, you gonna get caught up in it. You gotta know exactly what he's doing in order to realize, okay, this nigga, he really tried to pull a fast one on me without you even knowing that he's pulling a fast one on you. So
I mean, hey, when you just said that, D-Free, and you talking about him,
what the fuck you say?
Hey, all I can say, I'm gonna tell you why I said that, because if you watch that last fight, that against Lomachenko, Devin Haney is like trying to imitate Tank for some reason. Yeah. Like, did you hear Bill Haney say, use the brick hand? What brick hand? Devin Haney got pillows surgically attached to his hand. And I'm telling you, he's nothing more than Paulie Malignaggi. Now people talk crazy.
Now I'm gonna say this right here, not cutting y'all. I do say that the Paulie Malignaggi.
I'm gonna say this. Let's not forget Paulie Malignaggi was a 2-division champion.
But I still feel like this. He was that, but I still take Devin over him in that week. Both of them got pillow fists and could knock out my grandmama. But I'm just telling you the truth, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. And I hate to say this, man. I gotta talk some brother talk to you, because at the end of the day, if Paulie had waves in the beard, you would be a fan of it. You would be a fan of it.
No.
If he had waves in the beard,
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
You cut that out.
I'm not gonna say that because I was never a fan of Timothy Bradley. And
right, me.
I was never a fan of him, and I'm still not a fan of him.
Timothy Bradley is not black. That's makeup, man. Like
there's a lot of makeup.
All I can say is this: I want you to get off that.
Now.
CDK, I want you to get off that roof, man. Get off of that roof, man. stop taking up for Devin Haney, man. Every time we bring up Devin Haney,
what I will say is the reason why I believe the reason why Devin Haney threw himself out there like that and said, "Hey, I take whatever you offer Loma," because y'all got to remember, Devin Haney was the last option. He went to Lomachenko first and Tank Davis, and then Devin threw himself in the mix because he didn't go to Devin first.
I feel you.
He didn't go to Devin
DC,
second.
but let me read this. Let me read this to this chat real quick. Salute to my man AB, my TYT brother. He said salute BBO and D-Free in the chat. Hey, and I'm gonna read this next one. He said, now BBO talking facts. Then he said, waves in the beard. Hey, but I'm trying to tell you, man, when it comes to Devin Haney, my brother CDK always running that booth. He run right in that booth, man. every time I bring his name up, D-Free, this is before you haven't heard it, man. Anytime you bring Devin Haney's name up, man, he go right in that booth, man.
Listen, man. I'm gonna go and keep it real, man. I'm a fan of Devin Haney. I'm a fan of Devin Haney.
I know.
I'm gonna tell you, like I told a lot of people already, and AB been on channels with me or whatever. I don't have no favorite fighter. I don't have no favorite fighter because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that man to sit there and be like and defending this fighter, and then you got to turn around and retract everything you said because he's moving funny now. I don't have no favorite fighter. I call it straight down the middle with everybody.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying that listen. I think Shakur beats Devin Haney, to be honest with you, on that end. But I do like Devin because I think Devin, before this little situation happened, he didn't what that is. Before this situation happened, he was fighting everybody. Then he made me feel like he ducking Shakur. So now I kind of feel like, all right, man, hey, you let me down, Devin. You let me down. You and your daddy, man. Bill, that y'all let me down.
I mean,
You got to stop getting on that roof, man.
You said you're a Devin Haney fan. You said you're a Devin Haney fan or whatever. How you feel about the fact that Devin Haney beat Loma and he hasn't said a word about Tank since then?
I brought it up before you came in. I told BVO that Tank and them sent him a contract, and it would have been his biggest payday, from what I'm hearing, and he turned it down.
I heard that too. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is.
And I keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Like I got Tank beating him. I'm a bigger fan of Tank. I'm a bigger fan of Tank than Tank and Earl Spence. To me, are my favorite two fighters. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do like Devin. So that's what I'm saying. I like a lot of fighters, but Tank and Earl Spence are my favorite two fighters.
And see that's how I am. I like a lot of fighters. That's why I don't have a favorite fighter. Now, if I had to choose a favorite fighter, I gotta go with the family, and that's the Russells. But I don't have a favorite fighter, so I can keep it 100 when it comes to the Russells as well. Just like Antonio. I mean, Antoine had an opportunity to fight for Alberto Puyo, and they told him he wasn't ready yet, so they pulled him out. I understand, but this is the opportunity that you might not get again. So you gotta take that opportunity when it's there. So I believe he would that would have been a good fight. I think I would have went ahead and took that fight. I'm real high on Gary Antoine Russell. I'm higher on him than Gary because I'm sick of Gary, man. I don't know what to do. Dude, just this once a year, once every whenever, it's just too much for me. Yeah, I mean, I got to the point where I told Gary, hey, no, just fight somebody. We don't care. We just want to see you in the ring. But his mind frame is he's not getting in the ring. He's not going to waste his talent on bullshit fights. He want the top dogs. He want somebody that's going to give him a challenge. He's not going to waste it. He like, man, I'm not just getting in the ring with anybody. Give me the top dogs. He's calling out all these Leo Santa Cruz, Josh Warrington. He called out Shakur Stevenson. He called out all these guys. They not getting in the ring with him.
I don't want to see him do that. I don't want to see him do that last one. I don't want to see that. I think that's gonna be too much for him to. I love Gary Russell to fight him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think dude, man, he's special. But I just think that would be. I think Shakur would be too big for him. That's the only thing I'm scared of.
No, this was when Shakur was at 126, not now.
Oh, okay.
When he was at 126.
Hey. Before you finish, CDK, man, you are rough, man. You said he's too big. Oh my God. Oh my God. You talking wild. He just knocked that guy down. He just knocked that guy down.
Yeah, pause, man.
Hey, what he just said, oh my God.
I
try to act like I ain't here.
Hey man, Cameron them got me about me. Pause, man, pause. Hey, but let me tell you this.
Yeah.
This is a fight I've been thinking about. What if between Monster and Cool Boy, the winner of that was to go up and take on Gary?
Take on who? Gary?
Yeah, the winner of Monster and Cool Boy, they only went one weight class apart. Go up to 126 and take on Gary.
I don't think neither one of them can hang with Gary.
You don't think so?
Nah.
They couldn't.
Gary beat them both. It'll be a good fight for Gary, but I don't think neither one of them can hang with Gary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it will be like a challenge.
Yeah, now Gary, he's older. I know a lot of people are like, he's been out of the ring for a year and some change or whatever. He's not the same Gary. But one thing that I do know about Gary is Gary keep his body in shape. They stay in the gym every single day, and Gary he's not going to let you just hit him. For one, Cool Boy don't have the power like that to make Gary have to respect him like that. And Monster anyway is not going to be able to just load up on shots and be able to hit Gary like that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I gotta be honest with you, man. Cool Boy is a little overrated, man. He's a good fighter. He's a little overrated. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No.
I'm gonna say this, and we gotta talk about that knockout, this knockdown. But I'll say this: when you look at that 126, 122 fight, I think Gary Russell is a little bit too long in the tooth because I don't see him beating Monster Inoue, and I don't see him beating Brandon Figueroa. I don't see him beating Brandon Figueroa.
I don't see him beating Brandon. I don't see him beating Brandon. But I don't think that Monster is gonna be cool, boy. I just don't think it.
Oh my God!
See, this is what BVO is not understanding. Monster Inoue has never been in there with a style fighter like that. He hasn't been in there. He's never even sparred a black fighter. Let alone fought a black fighter. He's never even sparred one. So we don't know how Monster Inoue is gonna look. We just going by what we see with the fighters that he fought. And to be honest, outside of Nonito Donaire, none of those guys he fought was anything that you had to be worried about.
So
you know Donaire is gonna walk right into the Hall of Fame, D-Free. You know that, right? He's gonna walk right. I'm asking you, do you know he's gonna walk right in the Hall of Fame?
BVO, he was 39. He was 39 when he knocked that man out. I'm not giving him no credit for that. But guess what we finna do? Welcome to the hood, Monster. Welcome to the hood. You can get his first opportunity, man, to face a black fighter, a real black fighter, man, an elite black fighter. Have he faced a black fighter?
No.
Oh yeah, he in trouble.
I'll tell you that, man. He gonna beat the Philly cheesesteak and hot Cheetos out of that boy Scooter, man. I'm just letting you know.
Let me ask you this.
You gonna see?
Why see? Your man tried to cheat, man. What about that?
Ooh. Oh, here you go. Now you trying to cheat. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you hear Stitches Duran say that was all cap? Stitches Duran said that was all cap.
Well, somebody tell Blue Blood that because he cussed out about 10 viewers today. Talking about he got, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he cussed out about 10 people today behind that. Talking about he got the actual video and it's the truth, and he tried, not the VADA testing. I'm talking about the hand wrap.
I'll say this, and salute to him on his channel. That's the type of guy who will pee on your head and try to tell you it's rain. So
yeah, I know that. he's like, bro, you ain't gotta tell me he lied to me. He been feeding me BS for a minute now. That's my guy though.
Jeez. You talking great. Yo, we gotta clean your language up, man. He been feeding you.
Listen, man, I'm from the South, man. I'm from the country, man. I'm from the country.
Hey, do you feed this guy, man?
I'm from the country, man. I don't know the Philly, New York, and New Jersey. I don't know. I mean, I do know the pause. I done seen that pause.
Hey,
I do watch Cameron and May show. I do be watching their show though. I watch it.
Hey, True Son, what did I say that was cap, True Son? What did I say that was cap? I'm telling you, man, people don't realize how good Monster Inoue is, man. Just because he hasn't fought any black fighters, what black fighter has Tank fought?
What black fighter has who fought?
Tank Davis.
Tank Davis.
I'll wait.
I'm trying to think. Has he fought a black fighter?
No, he hasn't fought nobody black. There was only black in skin color. He ain't fought nobody black. He didn't did nothing but
he hasn't fought anybody black in the pros, but he fought black fighters in the amateurs.
I'm talking about the pros.
Monster never fought no black fighters ever.
Neither had. How many black people's in China, bro?
Huh?
How many black people you think is in China, bro? Or
Japan?
It doesn't matter how many black people's in China. He said he's never even sparred with a black person.
I don't think it's no. If it is a black person out there, I don't think they boxing.
I mean, I don't know if it is or not. But all I know is, regardless of how many fighters has Tank fight, now we're not gonna sit there and say how many fighters black fighters had Tank fought, and that means you trying to compare Tank resume to his resume, and it's not even close. It's not even close.
It ain't.
Can I ask you, D-Free? Can I ask you a question? Who got a better resume, T.O. or Tank Davis?
Better resume? Tank Davis got a better resume.
Than Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah, the only person.
Oh.
I mean, T.O. got Loma and he got Josh Taylor.
What about Richard Coleman, who was the IBF
Richard
champion?
Coleman ain't nobody.
The IBF champion ain't nobody. Okay. So we'll say the IBF champion ain't nobody.
Who has Richard Coleman beat? Who has Richard Coleman beat? Besides the person that he beat for that belt.
I don't know, man. He had a belt. What are you talking about? He had a belt.
Yeah, he had a belt. Who has he beat? Since he got that belt, and before and after, who has he beat?
Be free, man. You sick.
He got a belt. Who has he beat?
What you talking about? Oh, you want me to, who T.O. beat?
No, who has Richard Coleman beat? You said Richard Coleman, like Richard Coleman is a big name.
Oh, he is a big name. He had a belt. What are you talking about, DF? He had a belt.
We don't know if he won that belt in the ring or if that belt was given to him or if he found that joint outside and somebody picked it up and he picked it up and said, "I'm the champ." We don't know when he got that belt.
He paid for it. He paid for it.
Hey, what I gotta do right now, man? I gotta snatch your chain. You talking crazy, man? Give me that chain, man.
No, you need to snatch your own chain. You need to snatch your own chain. You're talking about Richard Coleman. Like Richard Coleman's a big name. You need to snatch your own chain.
What about Nakatani?
No, he's nothing. He's nothing.
Now I will give and see when we say who has a better resume, that's objective because it all depends on who you feel is a better fighter. So like I said, I give T.O. Josh Taylor and Lomachenko, but outside that, who else? He lost to Kambosos.
He was sick.
Hey,
he got his ass whooped by Kambosos.
He was sick.
Yeah, what about
no, Kambosos made him sick. Kambosos made him sick.
The man almost died, brother.
Take a look at Tank record though, and what do y'all think about Pedraza?
No, Pedraza was a top fighter and a champion, like he said. Richard Coleman. Now, if you want to say Richard Coleman and Pedraza, who you picking between Richard Coleman and Pedraza?
I'm taking Pedraza in that fight.
Exactly. Pedraza was a 2-division champion. He was a 1-division champion at the time, but he became a 2-division champion.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. Tank has been matched up really well, man. If we being honest here, he's been matched up really well. At the end of the day, if he was to fight Teofimo Lopez, who you got, D3?
Tank.
Exactly, knockout. That's why I said we don't know who he got the belt from. It was a vacant belt. Exactly, knockout. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But it's the thing.
He had a belt, but who
and then he beat what was the guy? Salvatore Martin Salvatore Martin. I don't know what his name was. The guy that beat Mikey Garcia. He beat him too. So I mean, let's not come on, man. Let's not play like
I said, I give T.O. Josh Taylor and Lomachenko. But when like I said, when you talk about resume, it's objective because it depends on who you feel is a better fighter. So if you feel this person's better, you're gonna slide it that way. If you feel that fighter is better, you're gonna slide it that way. Now we could say who has the bigger names on their resume. Of course, T.O. got the bigger names on his resume. Well, I ain't gonna say of course because Leo Santa Cruz is a big name, but I think Loma name might be bigger than Leo Santa Cruz. I think Loma name might be bigger.
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's an opinion. You can say Leo name is bigger than Loma. Some people say Loma name is bigger than Leo. So that's the opinion. How you feel?
I feel what you're saying. All Tank has been doing is counting that money like Kane, man. He ain't really fought nobody, man. He been counting that money like Kane. I'm not saying he hasn't, but it's the thing you got to remember, man. You talk about Tio, and I gotta say this, man. I hate to put it, but I gotta put the thing up for you, man. If Teofimo had waves in the beard, you be talking different about it. At the end of the day, man, he's like the can man. Everybody was talking about Josh Taylor, man. He looked bad against Catterall. I get that. But Tio is a 2-time lineal champion, man. That's not an easy thing to get. A 2-time lineal champion at 25? Come on, man.
Yeah, it's 2-time lineal. a two-time linear champion.
Tank is a one division champion, but they keep telling us lie that Tank is a 3-division champion. He fought for some French fries belts. Now they want to say he's 3-division champion. He only won a championship at 130. He's never won a championship at 135 or 140. So let's not play like Tank. Let's not play like T.O. is not a 2-division.
He won a championship at every division that he was in.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
he didn't. He fought for the regular belts. Those were regular belts, except for the one at 130.
You do realize when Lomachenko fought what's the nigga name? The guy that rocked Devin. What's the guy?
Linares.
When Loma fought Linares had a WBA quote unquote regular belt. They put the super on the line for Loma. That super was not in existence for 8 years up until Loma fought for Linares for that belt. The super wasn't in existence for 8 years. You do realize that.
This is what I'm gonna tell you. Hey, to my man Knockout, man, I'm gonna snatch your chain. You talking
you do
crazy,
realize
man.
that, right?
Hey, just because somebody
when y'all say that regular belt don't really mean that, the regular belt is what it is. It's the regular belt. The super is technically the super is the WBC franchise belt. It allows you not to have to fight mandatories.
and why is that?
Because of the whole. I think it was. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was. Was it Canelo or was it Oscar? The reason why they didn't want them to have to fight that mandatory.
Basically, with the franchise,
I think it wasn't Canelo. They made it Oscar.
They made it up for Canelo. Where Canelo didn't want to fight. I don't think he wanted to fight that Jamal Charlo fight at 160.
That was the franchise. I'm talking about the WBA Super.
See, that's the thing, man.
I think that came with the Oscar.
The WBA is weird because right now they're supposed to be consolidating them belts, man, because all they really do is simply like try to evade the Muhammad Ali Act. They try to get past the Muhammad Ali Act. That's all they doing. They playing games with these belts. That's why I don't really respect the belts. And I never really have, because when you talk about the belts, man, come on, man, it's really a money grab. At the end of the day, not everybody, but a lot of fighters become bigger than the belts. Just like your boy, Floyd Floyd Mayweather was bigger than the belts. Oscar De La Hoya was bigger than the belts. I mean, people forget Canelo's bigger than the belt. People forgetting that when Oscar was fighting B-Hop.
That's one of the reasons why Knockout said the belts, quote unquote, don't matter. That's one of the reasons why I say the belts don't matter. I say the belts matter according to the fighter that's holding the belts. If you holding up the standard of being a champion, then the belts matter. But if you use the belts to duck and hide, that belts don't matter, because we just seen one of the highest grossing fights in a while now, just fought for no belt on the line.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's one of them things where really the belt is going to protect whoever the cash cow is. If we being honest, whoever the cash cow is, that's who the belt's going to protect. I mean, that's just how it's kind of been going. But I say this. When you hear me talking about Tank, I think it's crazy that I want him to be great. So if I say, hey, I'm a big fan of Tank, I want to see Tank be great. My favorite fight is Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder got beat to death by Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury beat him to death the second, third fight. I thought he lost the first fight. With the 2 knockdowns, I thought he lost. But I can say this, that Deontay Wilder knew he didn't have a chance in heck about winning. But he still went in there, and he really, unfortunately, died on his shield, man. And I don't even think he'll ever be the same. Because when he did that Helenius fight, he was going backwards with his eyes closed and threw one. And because Helenius is a Jamaican, he went right to bed. But I'll just say that, I mean, when you a great fighter, man, we got to push you as a fan to fight. And that's the thing I can say. My favorite fighter, Oscar, he was the can man. If you even said Oscar's name, you get in a fight. Remember, Floyd was calling Oscar out like 2 divisions down from him. I think Floyd was at 135 calling out Oscar. And what did Oscar say? Okay, you talking crazy? We're gonna fight. And they fought. That's the difference, man. We can't say nothing about a fighter. If I'm saying something about a fighter, I'm hating. No, I want him to be as great as he say he is, because he sound good, but he ain't fought nobody. 28 years old. He don't got all the time in the world. He just don't.
Pernell Whitaker still waiting on his rematch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We done had this talk. What I said, we had this talk a couple of days ago. I told he go now I got somebody up here who follow boxing like I do. Knockout. This man said that Oscar beat up Pernell Whitaker.
No, he didn't.
He won. I didn't. He won.
He
won. I didn't say he beat him up. No, this is the thing. No, you did. I did say that. But this is the thing. This is the thing you missing, D. This is the thing you missing because Pernell was in there clowning. That's why you giving him so much credit, bro.
I had
that's why you giving him
Pernell in that fight. I ain't gonna lie. I remember that fight, scoring that fight. I had Pernell winning that fight 7-5.
Who landed the more impressive shots? Let's ask you that. Who was putting leather on somebody? That boy Pernell was getting leather put on him, man. Pause. He was getting major leather put on him, man.
I have Pernell winning.
And y'all got to remember, man.
This is what I told BVO last night. I said you have to score the fight round by round, not what you've seen overall for the fight. You have to score round by round.
I had 7-5.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. Even Floyd didn't move the way Oscar did. Oscar fought everybody. He fought. There was no stone unturned. Even think about this. Even when he was fighting B-Hop right for the titles, and he was whooping B-Hop's head, and B-Hop caught him with a lucky punch with his eyes closed in the left. You didn't hear Oscar. You didn't hear Oscar make any. You didn't hear Oscar make any. I'm joking about being a lucky punch.
Don't even put the chain on, man. Don't even put the chain on.
I'm joking. I'll snatch my own chain. I'll snatch my chain off. But I'll tell you this, man. All I can say is, just think about it. Oscar didn't have to fight no B-Hop, but he did. I mean, and that's the thing I'm saying. That's the thing that make everybody mad about Canelo's, because Canelo comes from Oscar and don't behave like him. It's just what it is, man.
But that had a lot of doing with Oscar as well, because Oscar was maneuvering Canelo throughout in the beginning of his career.
Yep.
That had a lot to do with Oscar.
Yeah, you can like Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez, bro. That shit crazy to me.
He said what?
I don't see
once again, Knockout is on here. Knockout. This man told me
like Canelo and Oscar, bro.
No, he said if Canelo beats Jermell Charlo, does that make him the greatest Mexican fighter of all times?
What?
He'll never be better than Ruben Olivares or Julio Cesar Chavez, bro.
Thank you.
I agree.
Thank you.
Them dude, Julio Cesar Chavez fought like 40 bartenders, man. And y'all ain't here talking like
the man started his career 87-0, bro.
Yep.
Who did he fight? Knockout. Name who he fought in Tijuana. He fought in the back of some bars in Tijuana, bro.
I mean, if you gonna do that to him, what do you consider Canelo Alvarez's first 34, 35 fights, bro?
You don't hear me. You don't hear me saying that about. I'm just saying the fact is this.
All the Mexicans do that shit, boy. Like Canelo from when you go look at Canelo fighting in Mexico, bro. His first 30-something fights, trash.
Tomato King,
bro. Trash, bro.
But remember what D. Free said. D. Free said that Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. is better than Oscar. Ain't no way on the planet that he's better than Oscar, bro.
I said if you look at the best Mexican fighters, they got Julio Cesar Chavez as number one over Oscar.
Man, let me ask y'all something. D. Free and Knockout Boxing. Let me ask y'all something, y'all, man. Not trying to cut nobody off. Who do y'all got? Because I know who BVO got. I know who I got. Who do y'all got in the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford fight, and how y'all see it playing out?
Earl gonna watch him, bro.
I got Earl by disaster stop.
Me too. Well, we all on the same page. I can't believe it. Man.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be honest with y'all, man. I'm surprised that Bud ain't asked for a rehydration clause. I don't know what he was thinking, bro. That boy, Earl will come in there big as a house.
He was too busy. He was too busy asking for a motherfucking corn top.
Hey, that made me mad right there. He got the audacity to ask for a coin toss, and you can barely, man, you barely can sell out in Nebraska. And then, man, it made me mad. But Earl, hey, I respect Earl for, taking all the demands and proving to everybody he really wanted to fight.
Hey, my man, hold on, I gotta read a couple of these comments. My man said he didn't pass Morales for me. Chavez did. Nah, he did fight bartenders and taxi drivers. Oscar is better. Chavez is greater. That's cap, bro. That's cap. If you want to know, if I'm actually now, I'll be honest. When I was watching boxing as a kid in the 90s, if you want to talk about what was boxing, Oscar De La Hoya was boxing, bro. Fought everybody, was making money, cashing checks. We know what he was doing outside the ring. I'm telling you, because of the whole lipstick and lace, that's why people don't give Oscar his credit, bro. The man likes to wear women's clothing. That's his business. But we talk about in the ring. When he was in the ring, dude, he was a monster. He's a bad promoter, and he'd make some bad decisions outside the ring. But the dude, absolutely, man, hands down, one of the best American/Mexican fighters we ever had. You call him a Mexican fighter? I don't know if that is he. What is he? American? What you think, Douchebag? Is he American, or would you call him a Mexican fighter?
I mean, I would call him exactly what he said he is. He said he's a Mexican fighter.
Yeah, I ain't gonna take that, bro.
Say it one more time, Knockout.
I ain't gonna take that from him. He a Mexican fighter. That's what he say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I give him exactly what he say he is. He said he's a Mexican fighter, so that's what he is. He said he's a Mexican fighter. That's what he is.
Yeah.
I mean, but I tell you, think about Chavez though. He definitely was. He definitely fought everybody too. So I give you that. But I'm telling you, man, for Oscar to beat Pernell Whitaker as young as he did, you got to give him credit, man. You got to give him credit. He beat him and Chavez. He beat them both.
He didn't beat Pernell. He got a gift.
Oh man, he
got a real gift.
If he feel like he beat Pernell Whitaker, bro, he would have fought him again. Go look at his quotes around why he didn't fight Pernell Whitaker, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. Go look at what he said about not wanting to rematch Pernell Whitaker, bro. And that'll tell you everything you need to know about whether or not he feel like he really won that fight, bro.
Pernell was making him miss a lot, and I think he didn't like the fact that he wasn't a standing target. And I'll be honest, when you watch that fight, man, that boy Pernell was in there clowning, man.
It's the same. It's the same reason why Eastside Pitbull Cruz don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson, bro.
Yep, exactly.
I mean,
but you know what though? Another reason he don't want to fight because he know he gonna. If he does that, he won't get another big payday against Tank.
He's not gonna, man. I don't even know why they want to see that, man. Tank beat him with one hand, man. I don't see why people want to see that.
I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see it again.
Nah, ain't nobody checking for Tank versus Pitbull Cruz, bro.
Hell no.
What you think about him fighting Chris Colbert? What about him fighting Chris Colbert?
That's a rumor made up by haters and shit. He ain't fighting Chris Colbert. I do not believe he gonna fight a dude. I don't believe he gonna fight nobody that got hands and feet put on him by a dude that he knocked blind, bro.
Right.
Not to mention, Chris Colbert said he not fighting at 135 after he fought what's face? He said he wasn't fighting at 135.
When he fought Rayo, he said going back to 130.
Right.
Chris Colbert got his manhood took by Hector Luis Garcia. Tank knocked Hector Luis Garcia fine, but people
balls, man. Hey, balls knocked out. Oh my god.
He knocked that man blind. Temporary memory loss. That man didn't know if he had got knocked out. He couldn't see for a while. That man was all messed up.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought he lost to Rayo. I thought he lost that fight. Me personally.
Yeah, I thought Chris Colbert lost that fight too.
I scored it for Violent Swayler too, and then so that's what I'm saying. Two shaky ass performances. Tank 1.2 million pay-per-views. You think they finna try to sell us Tank versus Chris Colbert, man? Somebody just lying, trying to hate on that man.
If he fight Colbert, he never get my respect again. I already don't like it. I already don't like the little guy.
Yeah, I never heard nobody from his team say Chris Colbert.
You don't like him?
Not one time.
I don't like that little nigga, man, at all.
Well, why you don't like him?
Because he won't fight nobody, man. This boy been going on popularity contests, man. That shit dumb to me. I'm a boxing fan. I don't got time for that
Yeah, me
shit.
too. I'm a boxing fanatic, but do you think it's him or do you think it's the people behind him?
I think it's him because every time he get in a fight that's a little step up, he say Floyd setting him up. Nigga, go fight. A little scary ass.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like that type of talk. I don't like that type of talk. He ain't said when he was trying to make him fight Lomachenko, he said he was trying to set him up. I didn't like that.
He said it with Pedraza too. He was
Yeah,
supposed to. He would have knocked Lomachenko out 4 years ago if he was really
yeah.
what we saying he is. Now I don't know what he is. I think he's a little scared. That's what
I
I
mean,
think.
bro, we
Hey,
could.
hey, Big, you gotta turn that volume
I
off, Big.
love him though.
Hey, Big, you gotta turn that
Everybody,
volume off, man.
Turn it up.
Turn it down, off, like mute.
Oh
Is that
shit.
the
I
fight
think
you watching?
I
Yeah,
think he's
if it's
special.
picking up that,
Yeah, it's picking that up. Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm gonna read this real quick. He said, if you want to talk
let me
about,
say that. Hold on.
hold on, I gotta mute it. So my man Juan said, if you really want to talk about Chavez, fought everyone from Mildred Taylor to Oscar. After his prime mind, you the guy broke you down, tore you up, and can't tell me that Chavez ain't fighting no one. No, Chavez fought everybody. I'm just saying, early on in his career, his record is very bad. Is what I'm saying. His record is real bad.
Chavez get overrated, but he fought some dogs. You can't really deny it. I mean, he fought a lot of bums too, but I mean, when you fight 100-something fights, I mean, what can you really say?
So let me ask you this: why is Shakur? You think Shakur will get in the ring with George Kambosos after this fight? What do you think, Knockout?
Probably so, because Devin fighting at 140, so he'll probably get in the ring with George. Or they might set up him in Loma for one of them vacants that Devin about to vacate.
Yeah, I think Devin gonna have a little more power at 140 than he had at 135.
Nah, bro, you can't punch. You can't punch, dog.
No, you're not going. You at 135 and you're not knocking nobody out in the last 7 fights. You're not going up and getting power all of a sudden. You don't.
But
You don't
I ain't saying no. I ain't saying. I'm not saying like great power. I'm saying, but I know this from weight cutting. When you cutting a lot of weight like that, it can take away from what you do have.
You do realize that he hasn't knocked nobody down in like 100
Yeah,
and
yeah.
some odd rounds.
I
It's like
agree. I agree with all
140
that.
rounds. It's like 140 rounds. He hasn't knocked nobody down.
It's not the weight. It's his punch technique, bro. The only punch that he throws with any kind of leverage, any kind of power is his straight right hand. It's wiry. If you catch on the end, he make him pop you a little bit. But his hooks, he don't turn his body correctly. He don't turn over the
Nah, he don't.
His arms is too long to really get leverage on the inside and shit. It's not him cutting weight, bro. It's punching technique, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with his weight. He just ain't got crack like that. The only punch, like I said, you'll see him. He got a nice little snappy jab, and he got a good wiry straight right hand that can maybe pop your head back a little bit if he get full leverage on it and catch on the end of it. Other than that, bro, uppercuts and hooks.
Yeah.
No power on them hoes, bro.
I say this about Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney, I don't know if any of y'all used to watch The Wire, man. He's just like the Stringer Bell of boxing, man. A man with no country. One minute he wanted to be Tank Davis. Like his last fight versus Loma, he was trying to be Jamel Charlo. I mean, all his dad really do is get a trainer for a little bit, try to steal what he's doing, and then try to have his son back on autopilot. I mean, at the end of the day, man, Bill Haney and him are just awful, bro. They really need to get Devin a real coach to teach him some fundamentals, man, because it's late in the game. And I know y'all heard in that fight where he said, Dad, that stuff you saying ain't working. Like, you can't have that, man. You can't be in the biggest fights of your life, man, and you tell your trainer, hey, that stuff you saying ain't working, bro. I mean, I think Devin Haney really, man, I've been saying, the guy is really a hype job, man.
Hey, I want to ask y'all something, bro. Real talk. I've been asking this, and I ain't got no good answer yet. Maybe y'all can give me. So I heard the homie come on and criticize Tank Davis, and I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their opinion, but let me ask y'all this, bro. Tank Davis just got Ryan Garcia $30 million, bro.
He got Ryan Garcia $30 million?
Ryan Garcia made $30 million fighting Tank Davis, bro. How come nobody calling for a Tank Davis fight right now, bro?
I believe they know what I know. He's special, and like I'm gonna tell you the real problem. like y'all talking about Devin. I'm gonna say this about Shakur and whoever else. I don't believe nobody that Tank fights in them division, that 135 division, can keep him off of him. I don't believe nobody can make him respect him. And I think if you can't make Tank respect you, I don't think you can beat him.
So that's cool, but what and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, bro, like, so we criticize him because he need to send an offer to this person. He ain't fought that person. He ain't fought that person. All these people were calling this man name, bro, when they had fights and he had fights and shit. Everybody want to fight him and shit. Now we all know this nigga just got out of jail. He ain't got no fight. We know all these dudes run around here. They ain't got no fight yet.
Right.
Yeah, neither. Tank Davis' last opponent, bro, made $30 million, bro.
No.
Yeah.
That is more money. That is more money.
Wait a minute.
That is more money.
Are we talking
that is
about
more
fighting,
money than.
or are we talking
That
about
is more money than we talking about fighting.
We gotta
That's
split it
we,
somewhere.
that's talking about fighting.
We
There's
gotta
more
talk
money.
about fighting or money.
That's more money than everybody. Shakur, Devin,
That's good.
Regis. That's more money than anybody has made.
But Ryan brought his own money, so you can't say
calling
Tank
him to
made
fight.
it.
Ryan didn't bring nothing. Ryan ain't never
Ryan
made
brought
close.
Ryan brought a lot of shit to that fight.
Ryan ain't bring. Come on, D Free.
Hold up. Ryan has never made close to $30 million in no fight.
And neither has Tank. So my point is,
I didn't say Tank did. I didn't say Tank did, but you said
y'all don't think y'all don't find it funny that ain't nobody. Y'all don't find it funny that ain't nobody calling to fight him.
No, I was about to say Tank Davis could whoop my ass for $30 million. I don't give a fuck. He could whoop my ass for $30 million.
When is Tank gonna fight the best nigga in any division? When is
He's
that?
not. Never.
No, the quote unquote best in the division.
Who's the best? Who's the best at 135 right now to you?
That's why I'm about to say.
Devin turned down a contract already.
Haney moving on.
What the fuck you say? Nigga, I was on a map before I ever met you. What the fuck?
Since what? One.
I ain't hear what you said, bro. He played.
Why he calling somebody an email champion? When was he a real champion? When he beat the best nigga around in the division? Name one time. I'm asking a question.
He's a two-time one champion. But again, bro, you ask, and I ain't got no problem.
Pedraza, no, I'm saying Pedraza had a real championship though, right?
Yeah,
he did.
But wait, you
that's what I'm asking.
Motherfucker, you got to beat the best guy at some point.
Is Tank the only cash cow in history that we gonna ask to call people out?
You know what it is? You know what it is, man.
I don't care about none of that shit. So
these guys ain't got to call. They ain't got to call.
I don't care about none of that shit. That's why we separate.
You don't, but the whole planet do.
Yeah, that's how you get fights, though, bro.
The whole planet care about the booty.
Like if you go through,
so if we ain't talking about fight, y'all. I mean,
no, if you go through the history of boxing, bro, you can go all the way back to the 80s, bro. Ray Leonard, everybody calling his name, bro. You go to the cash cow in the 90s, Mike Tyson, everybody calling his name, bro. You go to the 2000s, Oscar, everybody calling his name. You go to Floyd, everybody calling his name. Canelo, everybody calling his name. Tank Davis is the one cash cow, bro, where niggas is like, yo, Tank, why ain't you calling this guy? Why ain't you calling that guy? How come
don't
all
act
these
like Tank name ain't been called before? No,
it ain't been called when he free, bro.
Oh, okay.
These niggas do they do little slick shit like, hey, bro, I know Tank got a fight coming up, so let me drop this sparring footage right quick showing that I did his opponent bad. But you did his opponent bad 2 years ago, and his opponent had 2 fights and you ain't dropped it then. Or hey, let me say I'm gonna step in and I'll fight Tank on short notice, but then I'm gonna announce a fight 2 days later. That's what them niggas doing. But now that he free, ain't nobody saying shit, bro. Everybody quiet than a motherfucker.
I hear Tank doing more talking than anybody.
Man, no, he don't, bro.
No, he don't. He don't
when
talk
he
at
get
all.
in them interviews, we can look at run the tape. I'm about
No,
running.
Hey, man.
Because he talking about sparring.
No,
hold
on.
Man, how long Devin had been talking about?
Hold on. One at a time so we can hear everybody. Go ahead.
Let me say this. What y'all hear from Tank is him responding to a question that's been asked.
Yeah.
Not Tank calling out people. He's responding to a question that's been asked. So y'all say Tank's doing all this talking. No, he's responding. They asked him a question and he responds. He give them an answer. So now they take little snips off of his answer and say, "Oh, Tank called this person out. Oh, Tank said this." Tank responds to the question. Look at the whole interview. He responds to a question.
Tank ain't no scholar. If you talking shit, you talking shit. Go fight, nigga. What are you talking about? He not no English professor. He not playing the schematic language game. No, nigga, if you talking shit, go motherfucking fight.
This is what I got. This is what I gotta say.
Let me say this
before. Let me say this before you go. What you saying, Vic, is complete cap. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let Naka go after this. It's because we all know that boy Tank is a merman. Tank don't talk. That's the slow dude in class who barely talks. So when you see them $1 million worth of game, what did Gilly say? What did Wallow say? Wallow said, it's not even your character to call nobody out. And when did the number one guy got to call somebody out? So he don't got to call nobody out. All he got to do is get paid and stay black and die, bro. He ain't got to say nothing, bro. He ain't got to do none of that. All that stuff you saying sound good, bro. He ain't got to do none of that. When you doing gates like he just did, I can't think of the last time I seen a boxing match do 1.4. He ain't got to do nothing, bro. You got to understand that he don't have to do nothing. Go ahead, knock out my bad.
Bro, we are literally getting Spence and Crawford because of what Tank just did, bro. The money he just put in Al Heyman pocket, bro. Like people don't understand, bro. Like I be hearing people, and if you really want the fight, bro, it's on the do. And the fan bases hate it because they got pride, and you got people love Devin Haney, they love Shakur. Loma got a little fan base and shit. What it is, bro, is you got to accept that the fighters that you support, bro, they just some B-side ass niggas, bro. And when you the B-side ass nigga, you got to call for the fight, bro. Like you can't say you tired of it. You can't get pride all of a sudden. Now that the nigga is free, and he finally stopped saying that you a baby belt chaser. He didn't call you an email champ recently. He said, I want to fight you next. If I beat Ryan Garcia, you beat Loma. He said, my list is Devin Haney, Shakur, and Loma. He finally said some shit that you can hold him to, and this is the time that you go quiet on the nigga. Now you trying to fight. Now you trying to fight Regis 5 days after you just got done with Loma and shit. Now you making deals and trying to go negotiate with everybody faster than you ever negotiated with anybody since you been champion. This nigga used to wait months before trying to plot his next move. Now this nigga is moving 1 week, 2 weeks later trying to hurry up and get something locked down. This nigga Tank Davis, bro, got out of jail on Friday, July 14th, bro. One business day. On Monday, July 17th, this nigga Devin Haney talking about, I'm fighting Regis, my nigga. I'm fighting Regis. Let me go ahead and I'm fighting Regis. 1 day later, bro. 1 day later, after all that talking, Tank get out of jail. This nigga announced another fight. He don't say Tank name, and Daddy don't say Tank name. But when Tank was fighting Ryan Garcia, them niggas passing around motherfucking mug shots. It's Thanksgiving. This nigga Calvin Ford can't even do an interview, my nigga. Calvin Ford on the Boxing Voice. Here come Bill Haney. Calvin Ford hop on the Rise podcast. Here come Bill Haney. But the moment that this nigga free, Bill Haney ain't popping up no more. It ain't Thanksgiving no more. It ain't no smoke no more. My son ain't knocking Tank the fuck out no more. None of that shit, bro. None of that shit. And this man just got Ryan Garcia $30 million, bro. Them niggas don't want to fight him for real, bro. That's what
they
it really
never did.
They don't want to fight him for real, bro, because they know what's gonna happen. They can tell you anything, tell me anything, bro. Anybody with a boxing eye, nigga, y'all saw them left hands Loma hit him with, bro. Y'all saw what Loma was doing with him, my nigga. Like, stop playing, bro. That boy getting that ring with Tank, y'all know what's about to happen to him, dog. If Loma can catch you with left hands, what you think Tank finna do to you, dog? You going to sleep, bro.
And you know what's funny about that? What Knockout said, Vic, you got to remember, Tank is the one guy at 135. You mess up, you taking a shower. It's just that simple, bro. You mess up with him, man. You get in the shower, bro.
That's true. I agree. I agree with that.
And this is the thing. And you're not the only one. Bill Haney is a pimp, man. He an old school Oakland nigga who's a pimp. And he fooled everybody.
No. Y'all
no.
Do Haney
like
no,
that. Hold on. Let me say this.
Marketer. He's a master marketer.
That's what they call pimps.
Great. I remember when niggas was saying he should get rid of his daddy, and it's the best decision he ever made to keep him. I'm gonna
tell you why that's crazy. Before I do,
to keep his daddy as a manager, keep his daddy as his promoter, he need a new trainer.
But you need a new trainer immediately.
I agree with you about the marketing, bro. I agree with you about him marketing.
I say that. I agree.
Relevant, but he do need a new trainer. But keeping Devin,
he don't need to get rid of his daddy for nothing.
No.
Niggas fucking shit up. Big checks way longer than Tank.
I agree with you.
What?
You keep your daddy.
Checks longer than Tank.
Your daddy at what he good at, bro. You keep your daddy at what he good at. His daddy is good at
a master
marketing. Daddy is
marketer.
good at promoting. But he need a
like
new trainer though, bro. He need a new trainer.
Is
but
that
the other shit you right.
man, he is a doggone pimp, bro. I don't know. I don't know why you don't see that. But let me say this though. Let me say this. When you talk about Bill Haney, and I mean this respectfully, man. All he does is put his son around these trainers and hopefully stick his son go on autopilot. When his son go on autopilot, he take back over. He did it with Floyd Sr. He got Yoel Judah in his camp right now. Why is Yoel Judah not the head trainer?
That's a good ad. That's a good ad.
I mean,
absolutely.
For who? But why is Yoel?
Bad ad. What's wrong with
what
Yoel?
I'm saying? No, what I'm saying, Yoel should be the head trainer. Why in the world? If you I'll put like this, if you look at Devin Haney, his fundamentals are all.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
These trainers ain't shit. These trainers ain't worth a fuck except for a handful. No, let me think. Which one? Because I'm gonna tell you something.
Listen,
I've been looking at trainers like Buddy McGirt and what's the guy name that used to train Tim Bradley?
Freddie Roach.
Atlas, you talking about, bro?
No, not Roach.
Teddy Atlas.
The other Hispanic.
No, Ted Adams.
Teddy Atlas
trained the Hispanic dude. Anyway, them guys, they not good trainers. They decent boxing minds, and I don't know what make a good trainer from a bad trainer, but that's where fighters go to die when they go to YouTube.
Well, look, bro, it's like this, bro. Like, so let's think of the trainers.
It's only a handful of good trainers.
Let's think of the trainers in Devin Haney camp, bro. You got Ben Davidson been over there. Bill Haney's obviously always there. You got Yoel Judah. You got Mickey Bay in his camp before.
Bay, that's a good one.
I would dare to say, now I haven't heard Mickey Bay give instructions in the corner, and I haven't heard Yoel Judah give instructions in the corner. Well, yeah, I have. I heard him giving them to Zab. And I've heard Ben Davidson giving instructions in the corner. Those two alone right there, bro, they would give Devin Haney better instructions in the fight than what I hear from Bill, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I agree with that. If that's what we're saying.
What I'm saying is, bro, at the level that he at, so let's say he fight Regis, or let's say he fight Shakur, or let's say he get in there with Tank, or whoever, bro, at this point in his career, now that he done fought on pay-per-view, he trying to fight big fights. Whoever he get in there with, bro, when he look to you and say something is not working, your answer can't be, come on, we got to fight. Because, bro, you making Devin be out there by himself, bro. He need people with answers, bro.
Yeah, it was a horrible moment for him. That's a fact.
He's been out there by himself, knockout.
Yeah, but he's so good. Yeah, I don't know why ain't nobody know this nigga can fight. I ain't heard one person on the panel say that boy can fight. Because he can. Hold on. He may not be number one, but he willing to fight, and he good at it.
Knockout. They'll tell you, I'm a Devin Haney fan. They'll tell you this. I know he can fight.
Tank knock people out, but nigga knock out the best nigga in the.
I'm gonna say this. That's not true what you're saying, but what you keep doing, Vic, you keep running into that booth. I don't know why you keep doing that. Get out of that booth, man. That's what you keep doing, man. Get out of that booth, man. At the end of the day, he's not all that, bro. He's not all that.
Let me say this, BBO.
It's funny that niggas that y'all don't like is lucky. They just lucky.
Let me say this right here.
Niggas don't like he lucky. Niggas don't like Haney, he lucky.
No, man. It's midnight.
Hey, y'all, let me say this right here.
Go ahead.
Devin Haney can fight. Devin Haney can fight. I'm going to say this right here. I think most of the people that got their dads in their corners need to get them out of there. Outside of Floyd Sr., when it comes to the dads, I don't consider none of them to be just top level trainers. When it comes to the dads, I don't. I think Floyd Sr. was one of the people.
That's true.
And no, you gotta remember Roy Jones' dad. It just didn't last very long. I can't remember.
But you see the situation between Roy Jones and his dad, how that went.
Yeah, it went bad. It went.
I don't see a problem with Boosie Ennis.
Oh, hold on. You're exactly right. I forgot. What's his name? Bozy. He's a decent trainer. But he's been training. Man, Bill and some of them other trainers, T.O. dad. I'm telling you, son, they are not good trainers. No way T.O. supposed to lose to George Kambosos.
So are we saying that, okay, since his trainer ain't bad, this should get you more behind the nigga. If his trainer's so bad and he become the motherfucking this nigga become the unified, the motherfucking undisputed champion on his own. Get off his fucking back. Damn,
I like that. I like Devin. He ain't got no power, but I think he's a great boxer.
So bad, and he managed to be undisputed. What the fuck is the problem? I'm listening.
Can I ask you? Hey, Vic, can I ask you? Vic, let me ask you. Let me.
I'm gonna tell you like this. The problem was is he was going to be undisputed in Australia, whether his father went over there or not, because Kambosos is not that dude.
No,
right.
Kambosos is not that dude.
I don't even think it's.
But Kambosos was whooping Tio. Y'all
guys are
being choosy. Y'all like Teofimo Lopez?
Listen, Vic, I don't fuck with Teofimo at all. I hate how he talk.
How about you, sir? BVO, you're very quiet. You like?
No, I'm gonna say. You said, do I like Tio?
He love him. Yeah. He love him.
Oh, that's my guy. You know that. That's my guy. But hold on. But let me say this. Let me say this. The thing about Teofimo, and the thing that's gonna hold Teofimo back is the same thing that might hold Devin back. It's because Teofimo got to get his dad out the corner. Because when your dad is a problem. But listen, when you got your dad saying stuff like "get this bum out of here," get this, and his dad drunk. I mean his dad. Every time I see him, man, he like a newborn, man. He got a bottle in his hand. So all I can say is this, man. Both of those guys are going to hinder their career if they don't get some good training. Because listen, I can't think of that. What's that guy's name? What's that Cuban guy? What's that Cuban guy that Tio had in his camp? I can't.
I got his name.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about. But it's
for the national team.
Yeah, it's like this though, bro. Like at the end of the day, these multimillionaires, bro, they rich. You know what I'm saying? Devin is very rich. I feel like if you're a boxer, bro, and you 1-on-1 and you fight for a living, and every time you go in there, bro, you fighting for your life. If you're not doing everything you can to absolutely have the best people around you, bro, you're doing yourself a disservice. And no matter how good we think Devin can fight, no matter how good we think Teofimo Lopez can fight, at the end of the day, you can't tell me there aren't better trainers to give instructions to them than the people that they like. Just take out the fact that they dad, because people get sensitive about when you talk about somebody daddy. Just think of them as trainers, bro. There are people that will give Devin Haney way better instructions than what Bill Haney gives him. There are people that will give Teofimo Lopez way better instructions than what Teofimo Sr. gives him. That ain't hate, bro. That ain't unfair criticism. That's just what it is, bro.
No, we changed the conversation because we went to Haney ain't really shit. That's what we went to. I'm
gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. When it comes, this is what you gotta remember. When you talk about Devin Haney, it's midnight. Now you remember when Cinderella was riding in the carriage turned into a pumpkin? He gonna get the 140. It's about to turn into a pumpkin. Because if he doesn't have power at 135 and he's been at the division for 8 years, he been fighting that same division. She was 16, man. We gotta just be honest. He is what he is at this point, like your boy Nako said. He is what. Listen, Vic. He's not gonna get it better. He's not gonna get better with his power.
People with no power get Paulie Malignaggi. When do you see somebody run over Haney? Just run through him. You're not gonna.
When did he fight somebody who? Oh, I just seen Loma running over him. Loma almost stopped him.
Loma ran over him.
Loma almost stopped him. Where were you at?
No,
were you sleep? Were you sleep?
He beat that man, and y'all cried all them white tears.
Loma didn't run over him.
Loma didn't run over him.
No, I'm talking about.
It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing to see black folks that like that about Loma. I was embarrassed to look at y'all.
No,
come on.
I agree.
I'm not gonna say Loma ran over him, but I think that fight was a lot closer than what people think it was.
I had a 75 for Haney. Lomo started slow, and I feel like. Tell me which round he won out of the first 6. How many rounds did he win?
What round did he win? That's when we get to talk.
I had Loma winning by 1 round. I had Loma winning by 1 round.
That's fair.
I had 75, Haney.
So where's the robbery?
It wasn't no robbery, bro. Who said it was a robbery?
It was the most
embarrassing. It wasn't no robbery.
Shit I ever seen.
I can see it going either way. It wasn't a robbery. If Devin Haney won. But I'm not gonna get mad because somebody else said they saw Loma winning because it was.
I'm okay
close.
with that.
It was that
man. I knew I should have picked goddamn Max Hughes, man.
Man, Hughes beating the shit out of Kambosos.
I knew. I told the BBO. I told the BBO we gonna find out tonight.
Dog,
George getting beat down.
Got Kambosos looking the way he was looking at last fight.
Bro, he boxing Kambosos' ears off his goddamn head, boy.
He looking the same way he looked.
What did I say?
You was right, bro. He beating the sleeves off this dude.
I told you.
He beating the sleeves off of him.
That's why I said it didn't matter if Bill Haney made it to Australia or not. Kambosos is not that dude that was going to stop Devin Haney from becoming undisputed.
But you know what? If it was Errol Spence, y'all would say he's used goods. He's just leftovers. Y'all crazy, bro. I'm not listening to that shit.
Hey, man.
Hey, you know what it is, Vic? Hold on. You know what it is, Vic?
Who is used leftovers?
Vic is a Cowboys fan, so you really can't take much he said.
Bro, don't disrespect the Dallas Cowboy, bro.
Hey, that's my dad's team.
Cowboy fan.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Hey, man. Is it too early to call George a cab driver? Is it too early for that?
No,
yeah, he's a cab driver.
He's been a cab driver.
He getting outlanded. He getting outlanded by double in the last 2 rounds, bro.
I mean, even with the fight that he won against Tio, you do realize this last 3 wins that he had was all by split decision.
Split decision, all of them. Every last one.
Right.
Every last
it was just a matter of time that somebody was going to get over. I mean, he should have lost that fight to Mickey Bay, and though Tio fucked himself out of that fight. Tio and his father fucked himself out of that fight, going in and just trying to knock Kambosos out. That's what caused him to fight. He thought that he was going to go in there and just knock Kambosos out and keep it moving. Kambosos had another thing for him.
Yeah.
But I called the fight exactly how it was going to go. I said Kambosos by split decision, and that's exactly what happened.
Hey, no, did somebody put a call in? Did somebody put a call in? Because he getting his head beat.
Maxie Hughes out here. Maxie Hughes got like 5 losses, been stopped twice, bro. He ain't good, bro. George is looking so trash, bro.
Hey, y'all remember?
Kambosos is just a tough little white boy. It's okay.
Hey,
Vic, the greatest shit in the world.
He was looking like Devin Haney in this fight. He looking like Devin Haney in this fight. I'm telling you.
Y'all niggas good at jokes, but if we watch that fight,
stop it.
Motherfucking round.
I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious.
He's not joking, bro. He's not joking.
If you watch the fight, he looks like Devin Haney. No, if you
he looked like Devin Haney.
He's looking like Devin Haney. He's jabbing him and catching with a straight right and move.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's about to be over with. George, you gotta go home.
Hey, this gonna be just so y'all know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna let y'all know for next week what the narrative gonna be. It's gonna be that Devin Haney took a lot out of George Kambosos, and he.
Why wouldn't it be? That's what y'all say for every nigga y'all like.
So y'all know what's coming, bro.
That's what y'all say for every nigga y'all like. Why wouldn't it be?
Hey, Tommy, man, you know you wrong. He said Kambosos is happy he got paid. You rough, Tommy.
They gonna be like, man, Maxie Hughes only beat him like that because Devin Haney, man, he took a lot out of him, man. You know, Devin.
I've been beat y'all to that punch.
I
beat y'all to that punch. Hey, Vic, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Hey, Vic, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know why you like to argue, bro. That's what it is. I figured.
I don't agree with what y'all saying. No, I don't go along to get along. I'm not doing that.
Oh, here you go. Yeah. Now you're talking like Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown in the house.
yeah, like that.
Hey, man. Hey, somebody call Kambosos, tell him I'll be in Vegas next week. Pick me up.
Hey, Vic, all I can say is this, man. If you was here, man, I'd have to step on your shoes, man. You talking crazy, man. I'll have to step out on your shoes, man. You talking crazy, man. Hey, but let me ask you
Kambosos was the man who beat the Kambosos was the man who beat the man who beat the man. That's a great win for that.
Y'all niggas do was a good win. Teofimo, I don't know what he was to you last week. Y'all niggas gonna go back and forth. You know, the goalpost move. It just depends on who it is.
Tio is that dude, man. Stop playing, man. He just beat Josh Taylor, bro.
Okay,
he just beat Josh Taylor, bro. Stop playing.
Josh Taylor is a punching bag. He looked like he lost even when he won. Every fight, both of his eyes black. What are you talking about, man?
He ain't got no defense, bro. You talking about?
Yeah,
he's like
zero. He
like every other UK fighter. Yes, pause, man. He won. Whoa, hold on, Vic. You talking wild, Vic? You talking wild?
Wild.
You talking
wild? They say he was going to 147 to be fooled. What?
Hey, Vic, you talking wild, bro? You said that, man.
That boy is garbage. He's just a big white boy. Yo, wow.
He's a what?
And he got a quick little hook that he'll put on you if you slow down for him.
Oh man, that boy Vic is talking wild. Man.
I'm not doing that, bro. Hey, I got a partner that love Josh Taylor. I got a partner that love him. I'm like, why? He's a bum. He's a bum.
Hey, it's gonna be even worse for him.
He's by far the worst undisputed champion I've seen. Absolutely.
What are you talking about? He beat Jose Ramirez. He beat your boy Tio, the dude with the cornrows.
140. Regis
was a good win.
He beat Regis.
Who did Regis beat? Who did Regis beat?
Ramirez and
Vic is just talking crazy. Vic is just talking crazy.
He beat Ramirez. He beat Regis.
Man, that punching bag. That boy barely survived wins.
I think he had
he had to go to the hospital immediately after wins every time. He
don't got no defense.
Whether he had to go to the hospital or not, that just tells you that he left everything out in the ring.
Everything.
He did. They were about to leave an organ in that motherfucker.
Hey, but he beat all of them. He beat everybody.
That boy gonna go to 147 and be fooled, boy.
Boy, they gonna kill that man.
Hey, knock out, man. You rough.
He said,
you already know he ain't gonna be fooled because he was top ranked. They gonna move his ass slow as hell.
Nah, that boy. I'm talking about. I don't even think he can beat Mean Machine, bro.
No, he ain't beating Mean
Machine.
Not now.
They ain't gonna put him in there with Mean Machine.
Mean Machine will have his way. Pause, man.
That'd be hard.
Well, that dude that's standing on this beat, Boutayel, man, there's some dudes at 147 to beat his ass, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, knock on, I didn't know you was that funny, bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie though, but he did disappoint me because I just knew he was gonna beat the hell out of T.O.
Nah, bro, he really lost. He cut that weight too long, and he just
way too long.
And then
he was terrible.
What people underestimate about T.O., bro, like the talent and skill gap between the fighters at 135 and 140 is wide, bro.
Super wide.
Like them dudes at 140, bro, like they can't fuck with the dudes coming from 135, bro, to keep it 100 with.
Yeah, they on all.
Oh, George is coming back.
That's a fact.
Yeah, George having a good round right now, bro.
Yeah,
man, George really a little dog. He just ain't that good.
Man, I can say it. He came out the cab. He jumped out the cab.
He ain't no cab driver. He better than the cab
No,
driver.
I said he jumped out the cab. He jumped out the cab.
He took his cab hat off.
I'm like a Mike Katsidis type of motherfucker. He gonna lose when we supposed to lose.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Hold on, let me ask this quick. Hey, Vic, are you a West Indian or something?
Nah, I'm an African American. I'm just black.
You keep going hard these black fighters, man. I don't know what's wrong with you. Man.
Oh, I'm definitely going for the black fighters.
I don't know what's wrong with you, man.
I'm definitely for the black fighters. That's a fact.
He said,
I see how the goalposts move.
That was a headbutt or something that got him bleeding like that.
Yeah, it was a headbutt.
But, hey man, what time is that Monster and Stephen Foden the Cool Boy fight gonna be? What time?
4:15.
It's gonna be at 4:30.
Like 5 in the morning. I took out work so I can watch that whole one.
Yeah, they just
4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, they just posted it on ESPN. They said it's gonna be at 4:30 in the morning on the 25th.
But I get off work at 2 in the morning. I'm gonna be up for that.
Oh, yeah. Hey, let me ask you a quick question, Knockout. So if anyway knocks Cool Boy out, what's that mean for him, man?
Shit, then I mean he really is that pound for pound fighter that they say he is, bro.
Yep.
Real talk. You know what I mean? Like you can't Fulton can fight, and I don't like what Fulton team doing, bro. All that crying and shit they were doing at the press conference.
I don't know if it's crying though, man.
What crying?
I don't know if it's crying.
They
Hey, man, he already gonna be on steroids to the T. Damn, he gotta pad his gloves too, little punk.
Yeah, the man got plastic gloves.
Take a pistol. Why not?
Steroids in his ass.
The way that
he
you
gonna
handle
be roided to the gills, man. That
the
boy,
way that you handle
fucking midget. Yeah, right.
The way that you handle that shit, number one, if he don't get tested, then you don't fucking fight him. Cause like, why the fuck would you do that? That's stupid. You just want that bag, so we can't cry about that after the fact. Number two, if you don't like the way that he wrap his gloves, that's why your team member's supposed to be in there to get him out of there. You don't do that shit at the press conference before the shit even happened. If the shit happened, then that's how you address it when the shit is happening.
They saw what he been doing.
I don't like that shit, bro. It's like, cause that mean what you letting me know is that power and certain shit is already in y'all head, bro. It's already in your head. Like,
well,
why
he know he could get knocked out. Look, man, you can't be stacking your fucking hands, bro. Like that's shit. Niggas are getting killed, bro. You gotta draw the fucking line.
That's on the commissions, because some places like Japan, bro, that shit legal, bro.
Yeah, and he dragged him over there to Japan. I wish he never accepted
the thing is,
hey, that was a dumb move.
You said you gotta draw the line, but the man has never even been caught on any of those allegations. So they just making up stuff.
Listen, bro.
Okay, so I want to say this. I'm glad we all on the same page as far as that goes.
If stacking your fucking gloves is legal, when I'm fighting that, bro, I ain't gonna cry about it, nigga. I'm stacking my shit too.
So I don't want to be sound mean when I say this. I hope Stephen Fulton body him in them corners and beat the blood out of that little cheating punk. That's what I hope.
I'm rooting
beat the blood out of him, make him quit.
I want Stephen Fulton. I want Cool Boy to win too, but I'm not gonna call it anyway a cheater because he never been caught cheating.
I know what the hell when they stay in Japan like that. You know, I know why he's staying in Japan. Yeah,
big man.
Yeah,
that hey man, that's like me saying you took Cambuterol, man. It's not true, man. It's just you making up stuff, bro. But I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, right. BBO. You want me to send you my cash app now or later?
Hey, how much? What you want to put on that, man?
We already bet.
What we bet? Oh, did we?
We bet a little 50. We bet a little 50. Remember?
Oh, okay, we cool. All right, don't disappear then. I forgot.
No, don't you disappear.
I know you were turning to Kazam on me, man. Don't do it, man.
No, man, don't do it. Don't do me like that. They don't do me like
that. Hey, but you know the funny thing is when you talk about steroids, one of the biggest steroid things I've seen in a long time was when I seen Manny Pacquiao look normal against AB. He looked old against AB, right? But then when he fight Keith Thurman with no blood testing, he looked like Manny Pacquiao of old. So I don't know though. I think AB was there to survive though. I think you're right, man. But
you know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman came to fight, so he opened up. When you come to fight Manny and you open, you know what I'm saying, you throwing punches, but he got fast hands. He was able to land some good shots. But AB was just putting his hands up, going backwards, trying to stay out the way, trying to survive, trying to keep him getting knocked out.
Hey man, you gotta show my Ohio players some love.
Miss Akron, Cleveland, Springfield, Dayton, Miss Akron, Cleveland.
You gotta show Ohio players some love, man. All it was, but at the end of the day, man, Adrian Broner, man, had just got a bad alcohol problem, man.
Hey man, I told you about how I feel about that, but I don't even get into that. But I'm talking about, but AB needs to grow his beard and mustache back. He look real funny. You know what I'm saying? Without that beard and mustache, I don't like it. I don't like it look. I don't like it look.
They only got Kambosos winning 2 rounds in this fight.
He got beat up, man. He getting beat up. Hey, D Free, man, this is a beatdown, man.
Hey, did y'all see the replay? Maxie Hughes caught that boy with an elbow, boy.
All that, yeah.
No,
that boy
getting
beat up so bad.
Hold on. Let me say that before we get started. Thomas from the Bronx, my TYT brother. The Browns are about to win the bowl. We got rub down back. We about to win the bowl. I'm letting y'all know now.
The Browns is duty. The Browns is duty.
We about to get.
Did you just say the Browns?
We about to get rubbed down back, baby. We about to get rubbed down back. It's over for y'all.
Y'all about to go back to the days when y'all wore the trash bags on y'all head. Y'all about to go back to those days.
This nigga, bro.
Didn't they take y'all team from y'all? Ain't y'all called the Commandos now or something? Dude, get out of here.
We're called the Commanders, and not only is he laughing all of y'all, all the way to the bank. This man bought the daggone Washington Redskins for $325 million. He had some other people put the rest of the money, and he sold them for $6.05 billion.
Yep.
He
Yep.
left y'all all the way to the bank.
Team.
He left y'all all the way to the bank.
Hey, let me say this right here about the Cleveland Browns. Hey, everybody on the Cleveland Browns needs to be in a taxi cab besides your running back.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
We got the best running back in the league the last 2 years, man.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I can't even believe it's a nigga that's really open for the Cleveland Browns, bro.
Yeah, they got you.
Who's your team,
How you openly root for the Cleveland Browns, bro?
Who your team, Naga?
The most popular franchise in sports history, bro.
Well, what y'all do is y'all sell panties, man. Y'all sell bra and panties down there.
Man, listen, and I'm telling you right now, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, man, I'm sick of you. You ain't won nothing in 30 years. I don't know why you still popular. I don't know why.
Over 30.
Cause people like you gonna watch our games, bro. You gonna be. You said all that just to watch our game every week.
No, I don't never watch it, but my whole family Cowboy fan. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Well, you need to really be quiet.
We ain't won nothing in 30. We ain't won nothing in 30 years. Y'all ain't won nothing in 80 years, bro.
Hey, guess what?
Hold on. We got a Cleveland Brown fan and a Detroit Lion fan. I can't wait the football season, though. I can't wait.
You know what they got us picked? You know they got us picked to win 11 games this season.
I don't care if they got y'all picked to win 75 games. Y'all ain't winning nothing. Y'all ain't winning.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna tell you how bad
right now.
I'm gonna tell you how bad Detroit Lions are.
Detroit's so bad. They the only team in history that ruined Matthew Stafford.
We had the greatest running back that play football.
Detroit
we had the greatest running back that play football.
Dog, they are so bad. They got 2 Hall of Famers that quit.
Yeah, you're right. Hey man, listen, but hold on though.
Calvin Johnson,
hey man, listen.
I can't do this
Don't
shit.
talk about team like that. But we win at least 10 games this year, no problem.
Salute to my man Prize Fighter, man. What do you say, Kambosos trash?
That's cool. Y'all got all that, but I just know y'all wasted Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson career.
We did.
I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. All our teams sorry. All our teams sorry.
He said he Atlanta Falcons.
We should all shut the fuck up right now.
Yeah, y'all definitely got
nobody.
I don't know what y'all talking about. We was in playoffs last year.
Hey, man, they got the Atlanta Falcons.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Hold on, knockout. Y'all was in the playoffs last year. Come on, man. You been over here drinking, man. Y'all wasn't no playoffs.
They wasn't in no playoffs.
What you talking about, bro?
You said y'all was in the playoffs last year.
What do you mean? We lost to the 49ers, bro. What you talking about?
They was in the playoffs last year.
Oh, my bad. Correction.
Oh, they picked them to win the Super Bowl.
My bad. You're right. My bad.
They was in the playoffs. I will give them this. They was in the playoffs the last 2 years. The year before they won the division. Last year,
yeah, bro.
I'll give them that.
My bad, knockout. My bad. I give you that. Yeah, y'all have been in the playoffs. We've been at home watching.
I'm saying, bro, we in this game, bro.
See, me and Knockout, we go back and forth all the time because
we got a standing bet. We got a bet that we have every year.
We go back and forth all the time. So I'm gonna give him his props when he's doing his props, and the same here. Even though I know he be hating it, but he got to give it to me when it comes up because I told him,
man.
I mean,
the Eagles is trash.
Yeah, I hate the Eagles, bro.
The Eagles are trash, Prize Fighter. They're trash.
I can't stand it because the Eagles, your fan base has no class. I never forgive y'all. Y'all booed Michael Irvin when Michael Irvin was hurt and he ended his career, and y'all was booing that nigga, man.
Y'all cheered him,
man. Y'all was cheering that nigga when he got hurt, bro. Y'all some horrible people, bro. Y'all have no integrity. You have no class. All Eagles fans are shady, shiesty ass thieves. And I don't fuck with none of y'all.
Hey, they seen him knock the coke out his pocket and all that. Y'all still was screaming.
Yeah,
he was really.
How you be cheering? How you be cheering for somebody to get injured, bro? Like that's against the rules, bro. I'm glad that DeMar Hamlin shit didn't happen in Philly. They probably would have been cheering against him too.
Yeah.
Don't even know what's going on and shit, bro.
I swear to God, if this boy Hughes had a little bit more power, Kambosos would be out of there.
Yeah, Kambosos is garbage, man. He garbage.
But I can't believe he making Maxie Hughes look like he good, bro. Maxie Hughes is trash.
Water, man. What that one dude say? Trash.
I'm gonna tell you what this fight. I'm gonna tell you what this fight looked like. To be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you exactly what this fight looked like. This fight looked like Tio versus Kambosos, and Kambosos is Tio, and Hughes is Kambosos. That's what this fight looked like.
This fight, I tell you what this fight looked like for real. This fight looked like ESPN about to say, Top Rank, get the fuck out of here. Like, we're done with that.
Another one of these. Another showcase where your dude can't get nobody out of there.
Keyshawn fight was terrible too. Keyshawn.
Top Rank about that. Top Rank might well come on over to Showtime so we can get all these boys under one house and get all the fights we want, bro. Cause this shit bad, boy.
No, PBC, they putting all these promotional companies to shame. So they putting them all to shame.
Well, they got CBS Sports though. People don't realize that they got a real life war chest now.
Yeah, that's real money right there.
Yeah, they signed with CBS Sports. Don't have nothing but soccer. So. And let's be honest, man. People want to work with Al Heyman. That's the same dude that did the first $100 million tour with Luther Vandross. So people forget about Al Heyman.
Yeah, he know how to get that profit, bro. He had the Budweiser Fest back then. He had he did Michael Jackson's tour. I think it was the Bad I'm Bad tour.
He done Brent.
He done hit out Errol Spence and Tank Davis from people. Shit,
you know what's so funny, Vic? You love to hate on the black man, bro.
That boy said
you love to hate on.
That boy said Earl was high. How you hide and unify at the same time?
That boy hell.
Hey, that boy Vic, man. That boy Vic don't celebrate Black History Month, bro.
I showed the fuck don't.
What do you say?
Matter of fact, because I hear him keep talking bad about Tank and Earl Spence. Who is your favorite fighter?
Boy, you better not say Crawford, boy.
Billy Guns.
Gene Tony. The fuck?
When you say Tommy Guns, what was his real name? What was that dude's real name? Knockout.
That boy
Tommy Morrison.
Tommy Morrison.
That boy favorite fighter is motherfucking Billy Joe
Saunders.
Billy Joe Saunders and daggone what's that nigga? He probably like me machine.
You know who my favorite right now is? Thurman. That's my favorite fighter. That's why I want to beat everybody.
How?
And you watch boxing once every 2 years.
You say Thurman?
That's my favorite fighter.
Hold on, man.
Kind of active fighter.
What the fuck you say?
Your favorite.
What the fuck you say?
Alright, so let me just make sure I understand. So Keith Thurman, your favorite fighter. Earl Spence is hiding from everybody, but what did Keith Thurman do when it came to Earl Spence?
Hey man, hey, my second favorite fighter right now is Crawford.
Yeah. You
got
finally walked him down.
All you need now.
Finally walked him down.
Then it's gonna be a
whoop his ass in a week. Whoop his ass.
Hey,
hold on. Hey, Vic, man, you gotta clean your language up, man. You talking wild in his chat, please, man. You gotta clean your language up, man.
Whoop ass.
Pause.
It's just aggressive.
He said Crawford walk Spence down. That's crazy, bro.
Finally,
that's not gonna happen.
Hold on. You think Crawford gonna walk Spence down?
No, he said he walked him down.
He eventually will, yeah.
Like Spence was the one running.
It won't be the it's after he hurt it.
Right.
So when Terrence Crawford is asleep, what you gonna say? You gonna start crying or what's gonna happen?
I will bend the knee to the King Spence. If he beats Crawford,
I will
bend the knee.
Clean your language up.
I mean, bro, you just give him credit. You ain't got to bend the knee, bro.
Jesus, man, I ain't worried about that sissy shit. I know it's out of the
Hey,
Wait a
man,
minute,
pause,
when did whoop
man.
ass, nigga whooping ass? Now I'm from the country. Where the fuck y'all from?
I
Is
said
whooping
I'm
ass
from the
is
country
gay
too.
too?
I'm in playing.
Everything gay?
I'm
What the
from
hell wrong
Tennessee.
with y'all?
That's funny, man.
Man, that man.
No, I hear. See, and once again, no Crawford fan can actually tell me how Crawford wins outside of knocking Spence out. That's the only hope y'all got. So when we say that, when we say Crawford only has a puncher's chance, y'all are backing us up with that because
No,
all
that
y'all
don't
say
make
is
it a
Crawford
puncher's
gonna knock him out.
chance.
Y'all
That don't make it a puncher's chance. He
That
knocked out
is making
13.
a puncher's chance.
He
If you say a
knocked out
knockout, that's a puncher's
13
chance.
of the last 14 motherfuckers. Why wouldn't he knock
If
out
you
a
say
Who is knocked out though?
if you say knock him out and y'all don't tell me how he can win if it goes to the scorecard, that means you only have a
Derrick James better keep a towel by him. That's what I'm
Bo Mac better keep them Cheetos out of the corner because he ain't gonna be that damn bag in trouble.
To come get him. Tell it, daddy, come get him. That's
Tell
what.
Bo Mac get them Cheetos out that corner
I
because
ain't worried
Terrence
about
Crawford
that.
going
No
to
man being
bed.
fat. He gonna get many Cheetos he wants.
Now, which camp seems like they're more concerned about the fight? Earl Spence camp or
Terrence
Bud Crawford fight?
Bud Crawford.
Derrick James became a motherfucking Buddhist. Boy, look, this nigga done changed got his religion right for this fight. He about to get fucked up this next week.
He said he became a booty.
Your man.
Now he got a little smoke, stand in his
Hey, so nobody. Hold on. Hey, let me ask you a question though. Nobody heard when Bo Mac was asked how they win this fight. Nobody heard what Bo Mac was getting Earl Spence all that credit. Nobody heard that.
I heard that. That's why I said who
Okay,
seem like they're more concerned about the fight.
So what?
Right.
Hey man, all I know is Bo Man talking about he's scared about the fight going to the scorecards and shit.
Right. All that type of stuff.
They saying they saying they don't think they can win going to the scorecard.
I've been going back and forth with Spence fans for a long time about this fight. Years he been running. So
hey man, hold it.
I remember when Crawford didn't deserve the fight. He wasn't this. He wasn't
didn't.
that.
Hey.
And look, now that the fight is on the table, all y'all niggas talking about it's going to be a competitive
No,
battle.
I want to ask you a question though.
It's not gonna be. You talking to the wrong. You talking to the wrong because it's not gonna be.
It's gonna be a competitive fight.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask a question though. I don't like when now. One thing about me, I'm not biased, but I'm gonna say this right here. We're not gonna keep it. We gotta keep it 100. Earl Spence took all kind of, hey, Terrence Crawford ain't sold no more than 150,000 pay-per-views at one time. Let's keep it real.
Right.
Let's keep it real, right?
Right.
So if Earl Spence wasn't the one that wanted to fight, we're gonna be real. This fight wouldn't have happened. This man want a coin toss. He got the nerve to want to come out second. For what? What has he done? Let's be real.
After 5 years, I would have told that nigga he got a hopscotch to the ring. I don't give a damn. Make him do a twirl around to the ring or some shit. Whatever you want, ask for it in the contract.
That's what
5 years.
He sound like a true Terrence Crawford fan.
That's
waiting 5 years to fight this
hell. Delusional as hell. He sound like a true Terrence Crawford fan.
If Terrence Crawford is worried about that, bro, if that's what Terrence Crawford is worried about, walking out to the ring pass and putting that in the contract, while Spencer is worried about whooping his
that
ass,
is sarcasm. What the fuck are you talking about? That's sarcasm.
No, I'm talking about. That's not sarcasm. That's what Bud asked for. I ain't talking about what you said. I'm talking about what he asked for.
That's good. That was good. Yeah, flip a coin. A side.
And you know what? I hope they televise that.
That look bad on Terrence Crawford because he wasn't going to make this fight if they didn't do the towing cost.
He wasn't going to make the fight. That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be decided by punching, so none of that really matters.
Hey,
he's gonna be asleep. He's gonna be asleep.
I'm gonna give you a real breakdown.
Let me tell y'all this real quick. As a fan, though, this is what I hope, bro. I hope that they televise that coin toss, and I want to see the look on Terrence Crawford's face if he lose that motherfucker, boy.
Me too.
The look that you will ever see that man make, bro. He gonna be mad as hell.
He probably gonna be laughing because Bernie the boxer said, "Put that shit on the contract." They was just fucking.
Well, You hear what Earl said about burning the Bible?
Hold on. Vic, please clean up your language, man. You are talking wild, man. Please, man. You are talking wild.
Hey, they're gonna rob Maxie Hughes right now.
Hey, man. Earl said it best. Burning the boxer ain't doing nothing but sitting around and sweeping floors for Terrence Crawford. That's what he doing.
That's all right. You get a good check to sweep the floor. I'll sweep the floor for that shit too.
He ain't getting no goddamn check.
I don't know
man get no check. How y'all though?
That man ain't getting no damn check. That's why he's still wearing on New Balance from 1967.
Yeah, you talking about getting the check?
Y'all some fashionistas. Y'all ain't
you talking about getting the check? That
nigga talking about fashion.
Crawford to come do an interview on his channel, nigga.
Y'all talking about fashion.
That nigga sitting there doing daggone live streams from Terrence Crawford basement, and Terrence Crawford not even coming on the live.
That's his life. Y'all niggas.
Yeah, that's cold.
Hey, D3, man. Hey, you just cooked this nigga big, man.
Nigga making Little Mermaid
shirts. I'm trying not to be disrespectful, too disrespectful to Errol on, live YouTube.
Hey, man, come on.
Hey, y'all nigga go prancing around kissing motherfucking rappers. You said talking about somebody out of bounds. That's y'all guys. Fuck y'all talking about? This nigga walk in and act like he the wife.
Who? Jesus Christ.
What you mean who? That out, nigga. Who? What you mean who?
What you talking about?
Errol Spence Jr. kissing rappers in the face that against their will. All kind of dumb ass shit.
Earl, when did you do that?
What?
Who?
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Before we get going.
Now y'all don't know nothing.
Hold on. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? I'm gonna ask you this after I ask you this. Hey, Knockout, who was Errol Spence running from in that car?
Good question.
I know you from down that way. Who was he running from in that
car? Man, you asked me that shit, bro. I don't know nothing about that.
That was a good answer.
I don't know nothing about that. What y'all want me
to
Hey, but I'm gonna ask you this, Vic. You know what, man? Like they say, man, when you got a problem, man, you gotta stop. At the end of the day, man, ain't nobody taking nothing away from Terrence Crawford. The fact is, bro, he's not a very likable guy, and he's corny.
Yeah,
I don't care nothing about that shit. Yeah, that's okay.
Of course you don't, but the whole world do.
But if we talking about fighting, though, y'all niggas keep skipping over the fighting part. That's the part that's killing me.
The fighting part.
What the fuck Errol Spence gonna do with his one-dimensional ass? Y'all niggas ain't talking about no fighting.
Hold on.
BBO. Can I tell y'all what he gonna do? Can I tell y'all the way the fight gonna play out?
Let me say this,
I will be honest with you. Terrence Crawford is a slow starter. Very slow starter. What I see happening. We know Earl the bigger man. Both of them is Terrence Crawford is great. Okay, pause. Yeah, my fault. Pause. Okay. Yeah. Well, we know that Earl Spence on that night gonna come in heavier than Terrence Crawford. Let me break it down like this. Is that better?
Hey, you like Vic? Okay. You gotta clean your language up, man. Jesus.
I tried to clean it up, but listen. This what I'm gonna say. Terrence Crawford gonna start slow. He gonna get behind on the cards. Once he gets behind on the cards, and Earl catching him something good, he gonna start trying to Earl fight. He gonna come out and start. Once Crawford get hit, he wants to fight, right? Mm-hmm. It's gonna play right into Earl Smith's hand. It's gonna be a fight.
He should fight.
Yeah, okay,
what are y'all talking about? Ain't nobody else.
No, what I'm saying though. No, he should. He should box because if he fights, he's gonna lose.
Yeah, he should box.
It looked like
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Porter fought good. He fought.
No, that's the Earl Spence that came off a fat camp. He didn't even train for that fight. He was
y'all got more excuses than a motherfucker, boy.
He was trying
y'all
to
keep an excuse for this nigga. I'm tired of that shit. I can't wait.
You can be tired all you want to.
I can't wait. Your man
said his tougher fight was 135-pound Gamboa. And if that's your toughest fight,
wasn't he fighting at 135 pounds?
No,
also?
He said to date. He said to date. His toughest fight to date was Gamboa, not at 135 pounds.
Because hand speed always give him issues. Hand speed gives Crawford issues.
His toughest fight overall was Gamboa. If that's your toughest fight, who made you do the stinky leg, and that Gamboa has only knocked out one person.
Do you realize that's almost a fucking decade ago?
And he's still saying that's his toughest fight.
So we gonna say, well, let's talk about Larte.
That tells you.
Let's talk about Larte.
What kind of opponents he's been in the ring with.
If it makes sense.
What kind of opponents he's been in the ring with.
Does it go for everybody? Because Larte rocked your boy.
That tells you what kind of opponents he's been in the ring with.
Didn't Larte rock your boy about 8 years ago?
He didn't say that was his toughest fight, though. He didn't say that was his toughest fight. And he got rocked, and what happened? He ended up whooping his ass.
Did you ask him why he thought it was his toughest night?
It does not matter what he
Gamboa was
he
undefeated and had been a champion in 2 divisions. Why wouldn't he be okay?
Gamboa came up from 2 weight classes to fight that man.
Yeah, I'm about to say Gamboa moved up 2 weight classes and he rocked that man.
But he fought at 135 before he fought Crawford though.
Gamboa had 1 knockout in 7 fights at 135 pounds.
Right.
And
so, what did that have to do with anything?
And then he got dropped by Green Bean. He got dropped by Green Bean.
Yeah.
And then he got rocked by Sean Porter. That's why he was holding on for dear life throughout the whole fucking 6 rounds of that fight.
You didn't see what Porter did to your boy?
I saw Porter get dropped. I saw that.
Did you see the rest of the fight though?
I saw Porter get dropped.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all got tunnel vision. Y'all just be talking. Exactly. That was a perfect example of a Spence fan. Y'all some delusional niggas.
I saw Earl Spence had his hand raised.
I saw a split decision.
I saw Earl Spence had his hand raised.
I saw Spence beat him in his own game.
Y'all keep using all them dumbass excuses. That shit do not work on me. I really watch
I don't give that man. I don't give nobody no excuse because I don't have a favorite
Porter
fighter.
make everybody fight like that. Defend yourself.
Porter make everybody fight like that. I just know what I see when I look at the ring.
Especially if you're one-dimensional like Arrow, he gonna make you fight like that. He didn't have a choice but to fight.
Hey, hold it. Do you really believe Earl's one-dimensional?
Hold on. You obviously don't know about boxing because you say he's one-dimensional, and I saw Earl Spence fight 3 different styles. I saw him box Mikey Garcia. I saw him brawl with Sean Porter.
You talking about Mikey Garcia that came up 2 weight classes?
And Danny Garcia.
Oh, when do it count? When do it count?
It always counts. That's what we saying. The reason we saying it counts is because Gamboa hurt Terrence Crawford, so it always counts.
I said. See, the thing is, what you're not listening to what I said. I said your man said that Gamboa was his toughest fight. I didn't say Mikey Garcia. I don't know what does that prove? I did not say.
What does it prove?
If you let me finish, you'll hear what I'm saying. I said your man said that Gamboa was his toughest fight. I did not say Earl Spence said Mikey Garcia was his toughest fight.
Good job.
But that ain't the comparison. What I'm saying is if he came up 2 divisions, he should have been able to do whatever he wanted, right?
Mikey Garcia.
Terrence Crawford couldn't do what he wanted.
Mikey Garcia didn't move up 2 divisions. I see a lot of people say that Mikey Garcia moved up 2 divisions. So let's break down what Mikey Garcia did.
He moved up 1.
He fought a couple of fights.
Hold on. Hey, Vic, D Free. Hey, one of y'all gotta go one at a time, man.
I'm gonna break down what Mikey Garcia did. He fought at 140 pounds. He went down and fought at 135, and then he went back up and fought at 140, and then fought at 147.
Right.
Okay.
And George just stole his fight. Just in case y'all didn't know, George just stole his fight.
I saw that. There was no way in the world George Gamboa.
He must have had a Pooh Shiesty mask on, man, because this was horrible.
I think what they did was they mixed up. They thought George Kambosos was Hughes, and they thought Hughes was George Kambosos. So they got the scorecards mixed up because there was no way that George won that fight.
No way.
Hey man, he just stole from the bank. Then that was great.
That's the thing that I don't like about George Kambosos. I don't like when George Kambosos and then he started talking with all his confidence, like he knew he was winning the fight. No, you know damn well you was not winning that damn fight.
Yeah, I can't. Kambosos, I can't rock with him.
He was losing to a guy that got 6 losses. Jesus.
Who that?
That dude had 6 losses. This dude Hughes got 6
No,
losses.
he got his 6 losses against Kambosos.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he had 5.
5 losses, man. He just got started.
And everybody said he outlanded Kambosos 98-90.
Dang. Talk about a robbery, man. My man told me that the Bella even said George lost. Hey, but you know what's so funny, and I'm glad you're one of my favorite subscribers, bro, because you really be believing that stuff you be saying, man. So I appreciate you, man, because you just be on here capping, bro.
Man, look here, man. Hey, y'all be real Hollywood for me, man. Look, next Saturday you'll see. I ain't even worried about it.
Can I ask you this?
So like you said, I'm not gonna repeat what you said, but you're gonna do what you're gonna do when Earl Spence win this daggone fight. And
what I'm gonna do?
You said you're gonna bend your knee. I take you at your word. I take you at your word. I take you at your word. You said I didn't want to put it on you like that, but I mean,
yeah, that was rough. You did say that, man. You did say that thing. Paul, you did say that thing. No wonder you had on backwards.
I take you at your word, but I think like I said,
I'll be back here. I hope y'all fellas can take it how you dish it out, because I'm really good.
Oh, please.
I'm really good at it. So I just hope you can take it how you dish it out. Please. Don't be trying to show up at my house and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Take it like a man. When I get
my God.
Whoa. See, the thing is, when if Bud Crawford happens to get a decision over Earl Spence, I will give Bud Crawford all the credit that he deserves. Because like I said, I have no dog in this race. I don't have favorite fighters. It's y'all the ones that got favorite fighters. I don't have no favorite fighter. I call it 100 straight down the middle. I don't have no favorite fighter. So if a fighter beat another fighter, so be it. I mean, I like Earl Spence. I like Tank Davis. I like Devin Haney. I like Shakur. I don't have no favorite fighters.
So you only giving credit for a decision? Okay.
I'm giving credit for this. I said if he gets the decision over, whether it's a knockout or a decision, if he gets the decision over Earl Spence, I'm not going to sit here and say if he, quote unquote, beat Earl Spence, but I'm just saying if he
shut the hell up, man. Let the man talk. I'm fucking sick of you. Shit.
Hey, y'all talking wild, man. Y'all talking wild.
I'm tired of this nigga.
Hey, where you from? Where you from, Vic? Where you from, man?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, you know,
you from Atlanta? They do that shit all the time down in Atlanta.
Yeah. You from Savannah, Georgia?
Yeah, Savannah.
He must be from Savannah. He ain't from Atlanta, man.
I got so much family in Savannah.
What zone you from?
From Savannah, though.
Big, what zone you from?
I'm from Zone 3.
Yeah.
Hey, Vic, like you 3.5 hours away from me.
Oh yeah. Where you at?
I'm in Tennessee.
Oh yeah. Tennessee, right? That's right across the line.
Right. Yep.
They do that shit in Tennessee too, cause my boy P is from Tennessee.
Yeah.
What part of Tennessee from?
Here in Memphis.
Oh, but they crazy.
Yeah, Memphis. Hey, when you do it, when you take a man's life at the cookie store, y'all rough.
Listen, man. Memphis is not even Tennessee to me. They like a third world country. I don't know what the thing is. Yeah, they all there. I don't even consider when people say Memphis.
Damn, they said Shakur Stevenson will get Kambosos next.
Oh, that's
man, he gonna kill that man. He gonna kill that man.
What?
He gonna kill that man.
I knew he wasn't gonna get Loma.
That's a hell of a song.
Yeah, he gonna jump all on that man's ass.
Jesus Christ, man.
He gonna stop Kambosos. He gonna stop Kambosos. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know, and I don't even. And Shakur is not that type to be knocking people out, but he's gonna stop Kambosos.
I ain't gonna lie, man. If I was in there and I seen Shakur with all them chains on, bro, I would have to rip him off his neck, man.
Yeah.
I would have to rip them off his neck. You can't be 5'6", man, running around with no chains like that, bro.
That's why he said he wasn't taking 25%. You see all the jewelry he got on.
Hey, that's a little bitty guy, pause, man, to be wearing all that jewelry, man.
Why he don't go back chase Lomachenko and leave Haney alone? You was talking that bullshit. Go chase the white boy. He don't welcome Lomachenko with open arms. Hey, welcome to the gym.
He can't. See, the thing is, that's where y'all not understanding. They are under the same umbrella with Bob Erm. They got to do what Bob Erm say do. And being though that we all know that Loma is Bob Erm, a unlegitimate grandson, he's not giving Loma to nobody unless that's who Loma wants. He's not giving Loma to nobody unless that's who Loma wants.
I ain't even concerned with Loma no more though. I'm just glad we can cut all the nonsense out about him, all them tall tales. I'm just glad we done seen him whoop 3 times. He really shouldn't even be a Hall of Famer, but they're gonna give him that.
I mean, Loma?
Yeah, he'll do that.
Yeah.
Loma beat Gary Russell, Vic.
Who gives a shit? Who the fuck Gary Russell beat?
That's it.
Gary Russell beat JoJo Diaz, man.
Gary Russell beat JoJo Diaz, and Gary Russell was the longest reigning WBC champion up until he.
But y'all don't respect Haney, boy. Y'all got some blowy. Boy, let me tell you something. Y'all niggas is inconsistent, man.
Hey Vic, can I ask you a question?
What are you calling? What the hell I got to do with Haney?
Yeah, let me ask you.
Because what y'all giving him credit for is y'all making a chain of niggas like the best nigga they beat all the way back. That is crazy. JoJo beat JoJo.
I said he was the longest reigning WBC champion up until he lost the belt.
Hey,
what
Vic,
the hell
man.
I got to do? I didn't say nothing about no other people.
Vic, man. Vic, your language is out of control.
What Lomachenko? No, wait a minute. What Lomachenko did again?
He beat Gary Russell. He beat Linares. He beat Nakatani, and he beat Richard Comey.
And he beat Rigondeaux.
Yeah. So stop playing, Vic. And he beat Devin Haney.
Outside of Nakatani and maybe Rigondeaux. Outside of Nakatani, maybe Rigondeaux. Those. I mean, well, I don't think Gary Russell. I mean, he might. I don't think he's gonna go to the Hall of Fame. But they probably.
He's going.
He going.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Y'all will lower the bar for anything not black.
Regardless of the fact that he's family, I'm gonna keep it real. Regardless of the fact that he's family, I'm gonna keep it real.
Gary's black.
The bar.
Gary going to the Hall though.
Vic, I think Gary's an African American, man.
Now I'm talking about Lomachenko. Gary was a side conversation.
Well, let me ask you this.
Where we started.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question before you keep going? Didn't Devin Haney call out what is that lightweight? What's that junior lightweight?
You talking about Gary Russell?
Yeah, was he featherweight?
Gary Russell, he featherweight.
So didn't Devin Haney call a featherweight named Gary Russell?
Yeah. Devin Haney was
featherweight.
But he was buttoning somebody else's business because Gary Russell.
I don't remember what was the context of it.
But Gary Russell and Bud Crawford was going back and forth at it, and Bud Crawford said something about he didn't have a fight, and Gary Russell said, "Well, send that 1.5, and me and you can get it on right now." And Devin Haney jumped in and was like, "Well, I give you 1.5, and I take that fight."
Shit, he jumped in. Haney would take anything when nobody fight him. He number one for Lomachenko.
The thing is, the thing is, the conversation that had nothing to do with Devin Haney. It was between Bud and Gary Russell because they got history from when Gary Russell stole the shit out of Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford got mad because he was Gary did an interview. Gary did an interview and they asked him about it. He said, "Yeah, I punched him in his mouth. He got a little slip. I punched him in his mouth." And then Bud got mad about it. And so Gary said, "Well, send the 1.5. We can handle it in the ring." That's how
he would have did. He would have killed Gary Russell. I ain't gonna tell no lie. He would have killed Gary Russell.
Whether he would or he wouldn't, I don't know.
Hey, D Free, can I ask you? Didn't he break Terrence's jaw?
Nah, he ain't
No,
doing
no,
that.
here you go, tall talent. Oh, Spence fan.
No,
No.
he did.
You see, I'm keeping it real.
What I will say is, Bud, because it got out in the public, Bud started acting like he was Mr. Big Man. But like I said, that happened years ago when they was going to the Olympics. That was years ago. And so you seen Gary Russell since then, plenty of times, and you never came at Gary Russell no time. It wasn't until they asked him about
Gary
that.
Russell hopped his ass on the fucking camera every chance he got, and every time he could say something.
Man,
you.
Oh my God,
you can get off the
Hey,
saddle.
man.
You can get off the
I'm
saddle
gonna tell y'all the truth, though.
they asked that man a question. You can get off the saddle. They asked that man a question.
I think Bud is the type of guy.
Long as they ask a nigga a question, he can be loving hip hop about the shit. That's it, corny.
Yeah.
Y'all
They
talk
asked
about
him a question and he answered it.
Long as they ask him something,
you want to say, you want to say, it's none of your business.
Yeah.
It's none of your business. Let me go. It's none of your business. No, he answered the question. They asked him, he answered it. What the hell? He loving hip hop because they asked him a question. He asked.
Man, I'm tired of loving hip hop.
Y'all Bud fanboys are so overprotective
when is the last time Gary
of your
Russell
newborn baby. Y'all overprotective of your newborn baby. Let the baby walk. Let him crawl and let him walk. Stop being overprotective. Let him crawl and let him walk.
Dwayne, isn't he a fighter? When the last time he fought and did something worth talking about?
Let your baby walk.
Whether he did something recently or not, I'm talking about the whole situation. You taking a whole nother way.
So what I'm saying is he Hollywood. He not fighting. He just talking.
Whether he's Hollywood or not, he's training his brother because his brother has an upcoming fight because they don't have a trainer because their father passed. So now Gary is their trainer. So he's training his brother. His brother got an upcoming fight. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think Gary might be retired because his dad is gone, man. So you got.
Yeah, I mean, I told him he need to retire and just become his brother's trainer. I told him. I'm like, you need to retire and become your brother's trainers. You know the sport of boxing. You know the ins and outs in the ring. Just be their trainer. You don't need to fight. Ain't nobody trying to fight you no way. So just be their trainer. You still gonna get paid. You still gonna get the recognition once your brothers start winning. You're gonna get the recognition.
I just say this, man. You hear? He said. Tom said, Kambosos' dad just told Shakur to take the 25% to fight Haney on TV.
Oh wow! that was the first duck move. It was a duck move right there.
Hey,
the 25%.
Is Devin Haney gonna take the 25% to fight T.O.?
No,
that ain't the same situation either.
Hold on. Somebody got a lot of background noise.
Yes, it is.
Somebody got a lot of background noise.
I don't know.
Now, what about? Hold on, this is me.
Oh.
Do you think?
That's the same situation because of the fact that Devin Haney is the mandatory to T.O. That's the same situation.
Hey, you know the funny thing, man, and it's the thing, Vic, that you missing, man. Nobody's trying to undercut who Terrence Crawford is, man. Nobody's trying to undercut who Devin Haney is.
Oh,
nobody. Okay. I'm just giving you an overall view, man, because I know you like wearing the black hat. I'm just saying, man, at some point you got to hold these guys accountable for their career. Terrence Crawford has made some terrible decisions, man. He really has. Yeah. It's catching up to him.
He looks like he's alright to me. I don't know.
He's made some bad decisions.
His check's been good. He got the big fight. He got Errol Spence more money than they was gonna get. They wasn't offering them money up front. It looked like everything turned out good to me. Now it's time for an ass whooping next week. That's a week good.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? You said you like holding up the black man and all that. You're African American. You like holding up the black man, but you have no problem with Terrence Crawford shits on the black man.
Yeah.
What black man he shit on?
Al Heyman.
All of us. Yeah.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Who gives a fuck where Al Heyman has got to be a
Al Heyman made
shark.
Al Heyman made all
Al
those
Heyman
guys
is a shark.
Al Heyman made all those guys rich.
Look now. That ain't what the fuck you mean shit on him?
How is Al Heyman a shark? Why are you saying about a black man?
Because that's the business he in. He's in the money business. That man is a shark.
Dog, he's not a
it's
shark.
not like he's some.
Al Heyman,
y'all
Al
acting
Heyman
like
is an
Al Heyman
advisor.
some motherfucking pope somewhere leading people to salvation. He got a job he's doing like everybody else that he get paid well for.
Do you understand what Al Heyman does? If you want to call somebody a shark, that's Bob Earl. If you want to call somebody a shark, but you
they all are, yeah.
But what I'm saying is you don't understand what Al Heyman is. Al Heyman is an advisor. He's not a manager. He's not a promoter. He's an advisor.
He was just smarter than Aaron.
He's an advisor.
Hey man, I'm with Al Heyman all the way, but Al Heyman just found a good way of using the term of being a manager, because he's a manager without the term.
That boy slicked the hell out of the system. That was smooth as shit. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell this man. I
respect him though.
I mean, nobody owe Al Heyman shit. He making plenty of money.
Yeah, I respect Al Heyman though.
Shitting on him.
But he's a manager. He's a manager though.
Al Heyman is the advisor. That's what his title is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying,
I'm gonna tell you this because I know who Gary Russell manager is. I know who Earl Spence manager is. I know
who is Earl Spence manager?
Earl Spence manager is his father. That's his manager.
Okay, listen though. Only thing Al did, I'm gonna tell you what Al did, and this one I really do my background when it comes to stuff like this. Only thing he did was take 5% less than what the manager's taking, and that's why everybody went over there to him. That's what he done different.
He did what?
He took 5%. He took 5% less than what Delahoy and the managers are taking, and this is a fact. He took less money and he put a different term on it, and that's why he has. I respect his game. I'm with Al Heyman.
And what he did was, I'm gonna tell you the reason why they went there. The reason why they went there is because he let them be their own boss. He didn't give them a cap on how much money they can make. What he said was, if you want to make the big money, you got to make the big fights. He didn't give them a cap.
Conspiracy, but I only heard fighters on the lower level from PBC on the internet asking for their check.
I never heard nobody ask for their check.
I look up the video. I'll get back to y'all. I definitely saw that. As a matter of fact, one of the dudes I know, I spoke with him.
Yeah, I never heard nobody ask for their check.
Oh no. Yeah. This a fact.
There was a guy that left PBC.
I didn't hear this. I actually saw this my own too. Yeah.
Hey, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. My man AB said it best. I think Al Heyman is the only promoter that plays black fighters what they're worth. Really, what Al Heyman is doing, if we're being honest, man, Al Heyman is circumventing the Muhammad Ali Act, where you can't be the manager and the promoter. So what he says, he's the advisor. So all he really is doing, in a nice way, like he always did, hey brother, I'm taking good care of you, but he getting his piece of the pie too.
Yeah, he is.
At the end of this, but listen to what I'm saying. Back in the day, you remember Bob Ames and his stepson and his son, his son-in-law, and Don King and his stepson did the same thing. All Al Heyman is doing is everything Don King did, with a suit on, and doing it with a nice tone. That's it, man.
Why would AB get undisclosed amounts of money weekly from this man?
When you say that he's basically a manager in disguise,
all the money he generated, why would he be in a position where he getting an allowance from Al Heyman?
Who? Yeah. Adrian Boner?
Okay, Adrian Boner. Yeah. Okay, I can tell you why Adrian Boner is getting an allowance. The reason why Adrian Boner is getting an allowance from Al Heyman is because he told Al Heyman to hold on to his money because Adrian Boner was being sued. And so he told him that he only had this amount of money that he was getting from Al Heyman. He didn't have any money in the bank. Al Heyman helped him not get sued.
That's true.
Hey, but you're right. No, but hold on though.
How much did it cost?
This was early in AB's career.
How much did the help cost?
Not the 800,000. AB was getting. Yeah. Hey, AB got sued for $800,000, right? And the person was awarded $800,000. But AB had been getting issued money from Al since the beginning of his career. So how do you explain that?
He wasn't getting issue money from Al Heyman from the beginning of his career. He was getting his money that he was owed from him doing his fights, and when Al Heyman wasn't giving
That
him
ain't what he
allowance.
said. That ain't what
You
AB
talking
said.
about you talking? Listen what I'm saying. You're talking about two different situations. What you heard AB said was late in his career, at the end of his career. What you just said was early in his career. That was not the same thing. He was getting money from
because early in his career,
early in the same career, he was not getting an allowance. He was not getting an allowance early in his career.
But this is what
I'm just saying. My understanding was that this has been going on from the beginning. I never heard him put a time on it. I've seen every video he talked about the money, and if you can show me a video where he said put a timetable on the end or the beginning, then show it to me, because the way it was explained, he basically had been getting money hour dishing it out the whole time. He never said no time period on it. You can't. I want to see one video where
he wasn't getting no allowance at the beginning of his career. He was getting his whole paycheck at the beginning of his career. He wasn't getting no allowance.
Okay, I'm saying I ain't never heard him say it.
CDK, let me tell you what was going on. What you get a lot of boxing is that they were getting loans. When you got promoters, they give you a loan. I know for a fact because let's be honest, where Adrian Broner is from, he's from the south side of Cincinnati. I don't know. Think about the worst hood in your city. That's where it is. Think about the worst hood in your city, and on top of that, you got parents that's poor that want to get out that neighborhood. Adrian Broner this is the thing. Adrian Broner borrowed millions and millions of dollars, and what D Free is saying is true. Early on, he was getting money loaned to him, and what happened was,
where did y'all get that from? And y'all assuming that, or you know that?
No, his father talked about this. Because Al Heyman, this is the thing. Adrian Broner was like 21 years old, fighting on TV, and his parents were living in, at one time, I think Cincinnati's like the sixth most dangerous city in the country right now. And they wanted to get him out of there. So for a fact, just because you got money don't mean your parents got money. So what he did was, which is nice of Al Heyman to do, he borrowed some bread, and unfortunately, it was time for AB to pay it back. And AB, he got all soured out. But at the end of the day, man, Al Heyman really saved his bacon, man. Because when he was getting sued for like $20 million or whatever that girl was trying to sue him for, Al Heyman kept some of his money. And if he wouldn't have did that, AB would be worse off than he is. You can't blame Al Heyman because that boy AB was an idiot. AB was going to the club, buying out all the drinks and wasn't even drinking. Buying all the clothes from the store. It used to be this store called City Blue in Ohio. He would go to City Blue, bro, and buy the whole store out. For what? That stuff adds up.
AB will tell you that he drunk from the time he wake up until the time he go to sleep. He was drinking. So when you drinking like that, when you drinking on a constant basis, and you always drunk, you don't know how much money you going through. You just spending money. And with a person like AB type of lifestyle, AB was blowing money on an everyday basis. And you got to think about it. He said he was getting $5,000, $10,000 a week, $5,000 a week, $2,500 a week. It got all the way down to where he was only getting $500 a week or $250 a week. Is because you blew through all your money. That was all that was left. You blew through all your money. And that's why he said, I'm not even going to say, I'm not even going to tell Al Heyman he owed me money. He can go ahead and keep it. Because they asked him, they said, so if you had to put a number on it, how much does he owe you? He couldn't even tell you how much he owe you. So how can you say somebody owe you money if you don't even know how much they owe you?
But the one thing, AB was talking as if, like,
it's a classic boxing story. Why isn't it better for him now under Heyman? Because Heyman is the same as the rest of them. I mean, you can say he saved him, but
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna let my man, because D Free got, he actually got family that works at PBC, so it's a little different. But this is the thing you gotta remember, man. Anytime you're talking about substance abuse, Vic, we're talking about somebody who got a problem, and we're talking about somebody who got a disease. So the man has a drinking disease, right? So he's been drinking his whole life, and then on top of that, he's in Cincinnati. So Cincinnati is like Atlanta. where it's a bunch of girls, there's a bunch of different things that keep you distracted. And AB has never had any self-control. You notice how as AB made more money, he started going down in his career. Once he became the third time, because you know he beat Oscar De La Hoya's old record of being the first 4 division champion.
Yeah.
You know, the youngest 4 division champion.
Yeah.
As soon as AB started making any kind of money, all he did was spin. That's the same thing that Mike Tyson did. Mike Tyson was one of the richest boxers of all time.
But the whole time they were stealing from Mike too.
No, they was not. No, they were not.
Fact, they were stealing.
No, listen. No, listen.
That's how he punched the boy out.
He said Don King stole millions from him.
Yeah, that's why he fucked.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He was getting paid $30 million a fight back in 91, 92, 89, 88. He was richer than anybody. If you listen to Ed Love, listen to all the people who was around Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was like the richest black guy there was. And he was spending, buying girls' cars. I don't understand why people don't understand. Money don't last forever. See, all of us are working men. So we really can't relate. Go ahead.
But the court still, but listen, you right about everything you said, but we right too, because the court still awarded him some money. So Don King had to be stealing something.
I mean, I think Don King they awarded him $20 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was stealing.
Yeah, here's $20 million. Look,
It
y'all did not sit up and try to look. These niggas are in this business to make money, and they're going to skim.
No, I mean, I'm not
no angel.
I'm not saying nobody is an angel. I'm not saying
Yeah.
nobody doesn't steal. What I'm saying is you got to remember a lot of these guys get into these contracts and they don't read the contract. So they just think that they supposed to get this money because they generate that money. They don't realize the way your contract breaks down, you have to pay out certain things.
Days later, waiting to get paid.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is when you're saying people are stealing, like I said, a lot of these fighters get in these contracts and they just sign these contracts because they say, okay, we can make sure you make this amount of money, and they sign these contracts to make some money. But you got to understand when you got to pay for training camp, you got to pay for your trainer. You got to pay for the hotel venue and all that stuff. You have to pay for those things. So that stuff end up, if you're not making that much money, you end up spending all your money because.
But Mike Tyson was making great money.
No, and I'm not talking about Mike Tyson. We all knew that Don King. We all knew Don King was a crook. I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why I want to hear Don King. That's why I don't want to hear somebody say Don King was a crook. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah, we all knew Don King was a crook. I'm just talking about in general. I'm not saying that like I said, I'm not saying that Al Heyman ain't getting over on certain situations. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that he's not getting over on certain situations. What I'm saying is two sides to every story. Yeah, somebody might say, yeah, I'm not getting paid this, but then when somebody else pull up the paperwork and show, okay, this is what we paying all your stuff for, this is why you're not getting no money. Because
I saw two motherfuckers say they didn't get paid at all.
And what I'm saying is, yeah, motherfuckers might not get paid if you out here and you spending up all your money before you get your money. If you got to understand, like I said, trainers camp costs, your trainers costs, the hotel that you staying at, that shit costs. So if you don't have no money to pay for that, who you think is paying for it? Your promoter is paying for it.
Hey, so but don't they come out to fight and check?
They got to get their money back. They got to get their money back.
Hey man, I mean, it's out there. Everybody has to believe what they believe.
And like I said, every situation is different.
I know what money do to people.
Every situation is different. So I'm not saying that niggas wasn't getting fucked over because every situation is different. It could be situations that you're talking about where a guy was getting fucked over. But I'm just saying every situation ain't the same situation.
Because, It's very possible that AB just fucked it all off, but it's more likely that it was some people skimming off the top on him somewhere around.
Like I said, he could be still owed some money. I'm not gonna say he
could be.
But what I'm saying is, if you drunk and you drinking all the time, you don't know how you're not keeping up how much money you spending, and you don't even know how much he owe you. you can't say somebody owe you money if you don't know how much he owe you and you don't know how much you spend.
Yeah.
Because you take that to court, they're gonna be like, okay, so how much do you owe you? I don't know. How much did you spend? I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Gentlemen, I'm about to doze out on y'all, man. Look, I'm gonna get out of here, man.
Yeah.
It's been good, fellas. It's been good.
We gonna.
All right, man. Salute,
I cannot wait to see y'all black motherfuckers come next Saturday.
Yes.
Just make sure you show up on Sunday. Just make sure you show up on Sunday.
Yeah, don't hide. Hold on, this is a good comment, right? They said you guys are hold on. You guys are all right in this topic. This is a common issue in boxing, outside of boxing, with our culture. You know what it is? I think one thing you missing, Vic, it's a black thing. It's a black thing. I'm gonna tell you why I say that, because so many times in our culture, man, we don't get taught how to spend a dollar, let alone make a dollar. So what you basically get, I'll put something funny. Isn't it funny how like guys like us, right, who got decent jobs, feel like we rich compared to how we grew up? Now ain't that something? That's because
we get a lot more shit than when I grew up.
But what I'm saying is this: that's just having a decent job that we feel that way. And I'm gonna be honest, we the only culture that's like that. We're the only culture that's like that, where it's a big deal that you get a house. It's a big deal that you get a car. Right. It's a big deal you don't go to the buy here pay. It's a big deal you go to the dealership. I'm telling you, man, it's an inherent thing where blacks, and it's not just AB, but I think in general, man, blacks, Hispanic. But I gotta say this: the Spanish people seem to got it together. When it comes to blacks, man, we are losing across the board. Whether it's us going to prison, whether it's not being able to get certain jobs. I'm telling you, man, it's an overall issue, and I'm not gonna sit here and give AB's. I'm not gonna give AB any credit for spending his money bad. That's what he did wrong. You can't spend. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Floyd is not fighting because he wants to. Floyd is trying to make some money, man.
Yep.
Hey, salute to my man, boxing fan. Says not a black issue, it's
Floyd
a class issue.
Plenty of niggas before it's over with.
Hey, but think about this. What did 50 Cent say 10 years ago? Floyd spins, fights. Spins, fights. And what is he doing now? What is he doing now? The same thing. Muhammad Ali went broke 4 times. The only reason Muhammad Ali died with $1 to his name because he sold his likeness and image. Who else had to do that? Jack Dempsey ain't do that.
Nope.
He didn't.
I'm out.
Hey, and we'll talk to you, Vic. Okay. But I think it's crazy. Let me ask you a question on that, D Free. Why in the world do promoters get blamed for bad financial spending, man?
Because everybody needs a fall guy, and the first thing you're gonna think of is the person where all the money is coming from and where all the money is going to. That's the first person you're gonna think of. So it's just like you banking with a bank, and you put all your money in the bank. You're spending money. You using your debit card. You writing checks, and then all of a sudden you see a check bounce, and you like, damn, these motherfucking banks fucking up my money. They charge me all this interest rate. They fucking up my money. Nah, nigga, you spending a lot of money, and you're not keeping track of all of the money you spending. You wrote a check post dated 3 weeks ago and forgot about it, and now all of a sudden that check is posting to your account. And you trying to spend money on something else, and you ain't got no money in it because you forgot you post-dated a check 3 weeks ago.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I will tell you a funny story, D Free. When my grandma first got her checks, man, you know, we used to go grocery shopping. She said, "Get whatever you want. I'm gonna write a check." Hey, and then God rest his soul. When my baby ran out of check, she said, "Oh, they told me I can't get no more checks."
That's nothing.
Right.
So even that, man, we laugh about that, man. But that's just what's going on, man. Like you just said, man, you can't mess up your money, man. Like I'll never understand why people want to wear chains and all this stupid stuff. At the end of the day, I would never buy a foreign car because I can just get the S class or the E class and have the same car, man. But people don't know that. And
car, I can get a Corvette if I want to get a. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. I just think, man, like he was saying about the promoters and stuff and the way we spend money, we do spend a lot of money. And I was having this argument with somebody the other day. I don't believe that Floyd has the money people think he has because I see Floyd spend so much money. And I believe that's why he fight, because he got to fight. Who want to keep getting in the ring at that age? Who don't want to sit back, relax, and enjoy life? That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. But I feel like
that nigga Floyd got a rack of money. I'm not even gonna lie. That man
no,
Floyd got that man Floyd got a rack of money.
Listen, I ain't saying he not, hey, I ain't saying he ain't got money, but what I'm saying is this right here. Floyd spends 50 Cent know the man better than any one of us. I don't believe 50 was lying when he said Floyd got to fight because he spends a lot of money. What I'm saying is, I know he got money, but I'm saying he got to keep fighting because Floyd wants to steal. Listen, I heard somebody say, a basketball player said the other day, Gilbert Arenas, matter of fact, retired with $100 million. You know what I'm saying? Just say $100 million. Go ahead.
I don't think Floyd fighting because he has to fight to get money or whatever. I think Floyd is fighting because he's one of those guys. That's all he know how to do. That's all he know how to do. Just like with his promotional company. Floyd is the owner of that promotional company, but who runs it? They're going no, not Al Heyman.
Leonard L.B. But hold on. You said something big right there. You said something major to what you said something real key.
That's all he know how to do. So he does
you know what you said though? Think about this right here. And I don't mean to cut you off. You said something major right there. That's all he know how to do. So I got to be able to bring income in some kind of way, right? If I'm spending a lot of money, I got to be able to, why would I want to at 46, 47 still be in the ring? If I got to have the money because I need it because I spend a lot of money. But I don't know no other way to make the money, and this is all I know how to do. So I got to keep getting up for exhibitions and all that. I know Floyd got money. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm just saying that I think that he really does spend a lot of money.
No,
I do.
You got to remember. You got to remember that he's partnered with Al Heyman in the PBC. That's Al Heyman. He's partnered with Al Heyman in the PBC, and he has Mayweather Promotion. He made.
But you know what, man?
He made a lot of money off of Tank Davis. That's why
you know what Manny and Phil said, didn't he?
Huh?
They said Manny Pacquiao, Earl Fist both said it. Never seen Floyd Mayweather name on there one of their checks. I don't know what he's getting from
just because his name is not on the check doesn't mean he's not partners with him. You don't have.
No, I ain't saying he's getting none. I'm just saying I don't know what he's getting.
Because, like I was about to say, because just like when the Washington Redskins, they was owned by a group, but the name that was on the check was Dan Snyder, right? But they were owned by a group. So just because his name ain't on the check doesn't mean he's not a partner. He still.
But Dan Snyder was a majority. He was the majority owner by 3%.
Yeah, and Al Heyman might be the majority owner, but I mean, like I said. But Floyd, just like Floyd said, when you working with Al Heyman, you working with Floyd Mayweather. Al Heyman
he said that.
Al Heyman never said no. No, the hell you not. This is my company. No, the hell you not.
Hey, Al Heyman never said anything.
But D Free, I gotta read this comment. CDK boxing. You're right. Floyd's not fighting for the love. And then salute to Just Do saying, "What's good, bro?" I'm telling you, man. Nobody at 46 years old, D Free, is fighting for fun, man. I don't care if you can't lose anyway. That's still you're not gonna do that, bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady lost his whole fucking family because he don't know how to stop playing football. That's all he know how to do is play football. He don't know how to do nothing else. He don't want to stop. This man that got 7 championships or 8 championships. I forgot how many it is. It's either 7 or 8.
He got 7.
Yeah, he got 7 championships. The man don't need to play no more. The man accomplished everything he needs to accomplish as a quarterback in the football in the NFL.
Oh, okay. You cut out. Say it more. You cut out. Say it again. I missed everything. You cut out.
I said that man accomplished everything he needed to accomplish as a player in the NFL as a quarterback. He don't need to play no more. That man is done. He don't need to play no more. He don't stop playing because he don't know how to do nothing else. The man. He said he retired 3 times, and the man came back 3 times.
Let Floyd stop playing right now. Let him stop playing right now and try to live that same lifestyle. And let's see how quick things go wrong. I'm saying that
all he got to do is sell one of his houses and one of the selection of cars that's at that house. Y'all realize he has a house, and every house has the same selection of cars, but a different color. A different color. Same selection of cars, but a different color. All he got to do is sell the house and all the cars, and he got money.
Wow. Hey,
man,
That don't sound right, D. So he got. You see, basically, he got all the same cars.
18.
Like,
hey, yeah, money than he needs to spend. That's all I'm saying. But I love what Floyd do. I love to see somebody living like he living. But Floyd, man, I'm telling you, you're buying $18 million watches. You buying this, you buying that. You got 2 jets. You got 15 security guards. Hey, man, that stuff costs money. You got to bring that money in some kind of way, or you got to change your lifestyle up. Every person I've heard say this after what they was doing when they retired from their careers, they had to cut back on something.
No, all you got to do is go to Forbes and Google and see how much Floyd Mayweather is worth.
They say 500 million. I just googled them the other day.
Yeah.
You think he worth 500 million, D.
I think he might be worth more than 500 million.
That's a net worth though. We know net worth and cash ain't the same.
I think he might be worth more than 500 million.
What do you think he worth?
I think he worth close to $1 billion.
I don't know. He might. Hey, you know what though? You might be right, bro. You might be right about that. With everything he got, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give him that $1 billion status. But like I said, Floyd.
Like I said, you got to understand how much money Tank generated when he had Tank under his umbrella. How much money Tank generated.
But how much is he getting? How much is he getting off the fights is what we need to know. How much is he getting?
How much who getting?
Floyd. How much is he making off those? Listen, you know the promoter gets a certain percentage, right?
Yeah, he was getting promotion and he was getting manager.
Right.
Oh,
10%. 10%.
No, you can say 10%. They don't necessarily mean it was 10%. You got to remember.
Well, I'm saying what's on paper.
Like I said, we don't know that it's 10% on paper. You say it's 10% on paper.
No,
we don't know.
That's a standard fee. That's a standard promotional fee.
That's what you say. That's what you say.
Not what I say.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. You saying the standard. That means at the minimum they getting 10%.
Right.
So just because you say it's 10%, that doesn't mean that it's 10%.
No. I'm saying that's just standard fee. I don't know what he was getting. I'm saying that is standard though.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to remember when he signed Tank Davis. Tank Davis was coming out of Baltimore with nothing. Tank Davis signed the contract to anything that he was going to get. And Floyd Mayweather made that man a millionaire. You think he was looking at the contract to make sure he was getting every dollar in that contract?
Well, we know he wasn't. We know he said he had a bad contract. We heard him talk before. He said he was in a bad contract, so we already know that.
So that's what I'm saying. That man, we don't know how much he could have been getting 85% of what the daggone the fight generated. I know.
And you know what? Now I agree with you on that. It's possible.
Hey, let me read this comment. Let me read this real quick. It said, the more you make, the harder it is to bounce back. Stuff hits the fan. If Floyd ever stops fighting, then he will actually see his net worth. That's a good point, D.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
He said he's bringing money in, so we don't know. That's why I said I think he's worth closer to $1 billion because he's steady bringing money in.
You know why we got the Ryan Garcia fight, man, and the Tank fight? People don't remember that Floyd went over and fought a fight with the Zone.
Same time.
Yes, as soon as he fought that fight with the Zone, and I heard that fight made like $20 million. Man.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another thing that I have to mention. Floyd is not making the $100 million fights that he was making at the end of his career just doing these exhibitions. He's getting like, that's why I say he's not doing it for the money, because he's not making that same money that he was making when he was fighting. If he needed the money, he know damn well he can go back into the sport of boxing and fight anybody. It would sell out.
You right about that, but there's a thing about Floyd. His ego is big and it's great, and he's not gonna put that 50-0 on the line. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not gonna care. Listen, hold on. That 50-0 is not going on the line against nobody. So what Floyd do know is I can fight for $10 to $20 million every 3 months and still live comfortable. See what I'm saying? It works both ways.
But he's not fighting. He's not fighting every 3 months. He's not fighting everything. Well, he fighting once.
He fought. Hold on. He fought within the last 7-8 months. He fought at least 2 times.
No, he didn't. He fought once.
Oh, go back and look at it. Go look it up right there and tell me who. Tell me who he fought this year between the last 8 months.
He fought two people.
Yes, he did.
If you remember, he fought John Gotti's.
He just fought John Gotti this year.
Yeah, and then he fought.
He fought that blogger. He fought that blogger about 6 months. It went 6 months ago.
What I'm saying is he's fighting once a year. Before he fought that guy, he didn't fight none that year. He didn't fight none that year.
No, I'm talking about he fought 2 times within the last 6 months.
Well, yeah, in the last 6 months, but it's once a year. You saying the last 6 months because it was 6 months since he fought the last time. But what I'm saying is he's fighting once.
Can you notice that the time frame on his fighting is getting closer and closer when it go from being a year to 6 months? And you see what I'm saying? Like, I need to bring money in.
But what you're saying is he not going to lose his own. He's not going to put his own on the risk for anybody. What I'm saying is it's a better chance for him to get a fight with a nobody in the sport of boxing and make way more money than he's making as an exhibition. He can fight. He can get out there and listen. What I'm saying. He can go out there and fight Blair Cobb and make way more money fighting Blair Cobb in a real fight than fighting one of these YouTubers on an exhibition.
Do you think Blair Cobb notoriety is bigger than John Gotti's son on the third? Because see, I don't know about that. Now listen what I'm going to tell you. Floyd is fighting YouTubers. He's fighting YouTubers and bloggers and stuff like that that have a following. They bring their own people to the fight. Blair Cobb don't have. He ain't got nobody. Who he got?
What I'm saying is Blair Cobb is going to sell the fight because he talks a lot of shit and it's going to
but he ain't got no. I talk a lot of shit, but I ain't got. I talk a lot of shit, but I ain't got no fans.
Listen, what I'm saying. It does not matter. It does not matter. It's Floyd Mayweather. They want to see Floyd lose. It doesn't matter. But
you're right.
Listen, what I'm saying. Listen. You don't have to bring anybody to the table. Blair Cobb ain't got to bring nobody. They gonna come because they want to see Floyd lose. He's not
okay. Let me ask the question then. Why don't he fight AB? Why don't he fight AB then? Or somebody like that in the exhibition?
What I'm telling you is he do not want to fight. He don't have to fight. Y'all saying he does. I'm saying he
believe he do.
I said if he does have to fight, he can get a professional fight and make all the money that he needs to make. He can get a professional.
Let me tell you this. You right about him. He got money. We both agree on that. But what I'm saying is, I think the Floyd. Listen, I'm gonna say it like this. When I was out there in the street, this is what I always learned. Take money to make money, and to keep money coming in, you got to keep on making it. I don't care. You can't stop no lifestyle. That's why drug dealers don't get out the drug game. That's why people don't stop doing certain things. If you're living a certain lifestyle, you can't stop what you're doing and not have that same income coming in if you want to live that lifestyle. I don't care what you do. It's simple as that.
Unless you got people that know how to invest your money right.
D-Free, let me tell you this. So I got to pull it up. So Floyd fought twice last year, and he fought twice this year. So
he fighting two times a year.
He's been active.
No, he's pretty active, man. Because he fought.
He's active.
He fought this. I see what you said in the beginning. He fought December 31st in 2018. Then he didn't fight again until he fought Logan Paul in 2021. But last year he fought twice, and this year he fought twice. So what Spence said is kind of coming true.
Okay.
So
and he fighting these guys, and he making what, $10 million?
20. Yeah, 10.
Probably about 10.
About 10, between $10 and $15 million. And these joints lasting all of a bit about 4 rounds. No, Floyd don't need that money, dog. Floyd will take it. He'll take it. You gonna pay me $10, $15 million just to beat up this YouTuber I know that can't be in the ring with me? All right, I'll take it. He don't need the money. He taking it because these motherfuckers is willing to pay it. He told we gonna rob y'all, and y'all letting them rob y'all.
So you don't think that 50 Cent? Let me ask you a question. You don't think 50 Cent knows what he's talking about?
Huh?
You don't think that 50 Cent knows what he's talking about?
I mean, he could. He could be exaggerating.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible too. Like I said, I keep my eyes open. I always look in every direction.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know how much money this man actually got. I'm not in this man's bank, but what I'm saying is, with a guy that made that much money, and when you buy the stuff that he buy, it doesn't lose value. So if he needs the money, all he got to do is just sell it. It doesn't lose value.
Them cars are worthless, man. I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. If he needs the money, he could sell one of those cars. They worth like damn near $500,000 or $1 million. One of them.
BBO said them cars is worth it.
Yeah, I grew up in cars, man. Cars is probably the worst investment you can ever buy.
A lot of people say that too.
Unless you're talking about, no, I'm for real. I'm not joking. Unless you're talking about a classic, or you're talking about like really mainly just a classic. And that's a good point too. But one gambling addiction away from being broke, and that's the funny thing is that boy Floyd got a gambling addiction. I don't want to put it on Floyd, but I'll just say this, man. D Free. I know what you're saying, man. You're making a lot of sense. You're a smart cat. I'm just saying, bro. He's not fighting for no reason, bro. Not at this age.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm just telling you. I'm gonna tell you, y'all. If y'all, see, we could say that because we haven't been in that situation. But if the only thing you ever done in your whole life was box, that's the only thing you ever done, or the only thing you ever done was play football or play basketball. You never done nothing else. Never had no other type of job. And when you get too old to do it, and then it's time to go to the real world, you don't know how to do nothing else. That's all you know how to do.
Hey, but what about the people that retire all the time and never look back?
Like the
you talking about people that actually does other stuff outside of
no. I'm talking about like let's say for instance I'm going outside the sport. Michael Jordan or Tony Tarver. Different people retire from the sport and they don't go back to doing what they were doing.
You talking about the Michael Jordan that went to go play with the Wizards until he was like 44?
But he's a billionaire for sure. He's a billionaire. He got more money than he got more money than Floyd, dude.
And then he went and bought a team because all he know is basketball. He went and bought a team.
Okay, what about Tony Tarver? What about Andre Ward?
Be free. Michael Jordan is I'm gonna tell you all this. I was reading this in the Wall Street Journal. Michael Jordan lost a $3 billion basketball team because of gambling.
Right.
What team?
That dude,
what team?
His team. That's why he was forced to sell. He didn't want to sell. That was a forced sale. Did you know that?
What team? What team are you talking about?
The Hornets.
The Hornets. I didn't know he lost. I didn't know he sold the Hornets.
Yeah, he sold them. That's what I'm talking about. He sold them for $6 billion.
For $3 billion. But what happened was one of the guys got indicted that was dealing with Mike because Mike hang out with mobsters, man. You know, like that stuff with his dad, bro. That wasn't no accident. How your dad get killed with $5,000 cash on you? So
I don't believe it either.
So what you say? But if you put a car on Turo, it can be a good investment. A B, I hear you, bro. But
what I'm talking about, like the cars that Floyd got, he don't have the average car. He has Phantoms. He got Lamborghinis. Those hold value. Those not the average car. Those hold value. You get a Phantom and you drive that 2 times a year. That joint is going to be still worth $700,000. It's not going to lose its value because you drove it twice. No, that joint is going to hold its value. That's a Phantom. That's not the average car. That's not a Charger. I go get a Charger. I drive it twice a year. Now that Charger lost its value as soon as I pulled it off the lot. The Phantom is not going to lose its value when you pull it off the lot. Those are two different types of vehicles.
I say this, man. D Free, you and Floyd from the same era. Same to my man. At the end of the day, bro, you not getting no box ring. I don't care how much money they offer you, D Free. You get in the box ring. You get in the box ring at this age, bro?
Hell no.
You say do I what?
You would get in a boxing ring at this age right now.
I'm 50.
If I know I can mess around and make $20 million real quick, hell yeah. I'm 47 years old. That's why I just said, tell Tank Davis to come knock my ass out for $30 million.
But hold on. If I got $1 billion, I'm not getting back in the ring for no $20 million. I'm not.
You're absolutely right. Y'all absolutely right. You are absolutely right. You're not if you got $1 billion. You know why you would? If you get in the ring with a damn 12th grader and you a grown ass man. That's why you would. If you get in the ring with an elementary school student and you a grown ass man, you like, they gonna pay me $10 million to fight him? Bet I'm about to whoop the shit out of this little kid. That's why they say, Floyd, would you ever go back to professional boxing? He said, hell no.
He better not.
He don't need that money. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He don't need the money. I mean, like I said, I don't know that man's pocket, but I'm almost certain that man don't need the money like that. Now, it's good to make money. He feel like he's doing something. He got a purpose in his life instead of just sitting behind the desk and saying, okay, I'm gonna set up this fight. Okay, let me promote this fight. So he feel like he got a purpose with life by getting in the ring. He's still doing something. He still feel like he's that young kid again that's fighting. But you see how Floyd be out. Dog, y'all really think Floyd taking this fighting serious? The man is dancing in between rounds. He's not even sitting down. He's dancing in between rounds. That man he don't need that money like that. He just doing it because people are stupid enough to pay for it. That's how he thinking. Y'all stupid enough to pay for it. All right, I'm gonna take it.
D-Freak, I'll tell you this, man. I'll tell you this. Marion Barry will be impressed with you, man. You a real life politician, man. you a real life politician, bro. Jesus. I'm not even gonna try to argue with you, man. What my man said, she set me up. That woman set me up.
Hey, all right. I'm just telling y'all.
Hey, did y'all like him again after he did all that? I said, did y'all elect him again for mayor after he did all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Hey,
I still can't believe they gave Kambosos that damn fight, dog. That's fucked up.
Nah, yeah, that was a robbery. That was a robbery.
I hate when that's the thing. I'm not a Kambosos fan. I'm not a Hughes fan, but I hate to see a fighter go in there and put on the best performance of his career and they rob him of a fight.
Yeah.
Because the Kambosos didn't win that fight. I mean, even if you would, I would rather you scored a draw than to just give the fight to Kambosos when we know that Kambosos didn't win that fight.
Kambosos didn't win that fight. It wasn't no draw. It wasn't. I didn't see it.
That's the stuff. That's the stuff about boxing that I don't like. I'm like, dog, the man didn't win the fight. I'm sitting here scoring this joint round by round. I was on the live with y'all, but I'm scoring this joint round by round. Dude clearly won this fight.
What was your score?
I had it 8-4.
Yep. Damn, that's crazy. I promise on everything I love. That's what I had to score.
I had it 8-4. There was no way in the world I had Kambosos winning that fight.
The man got the brakes beat off of him, man. They know better than that. The brakes beat off of him.
No, that shit was no. And you wonder why people say the sport of boxing is dead or is dying. It's because we get retarded judging like this. Like anybody can see it. No, when you got people that's not a fan of neither one of the fighters, and you sitting there saying, okay, yeah, dude beating the brakes off of Kambosos.
Yeah.
we all thought Kambosos was gonna win this fight. And we're like, damn, this dude beating the brakes off of Kambosos.
Hey, he beat the bricks off.
No. hey, BVO, what did I say at the beginning though? I said, man, we're gonna find out what. How good Kambosos.
Yeah, you said that, bro. You said that,
bro. I said. And we found out what Kambosos he a limo driver at best.
that nigga Kambosos sweeps up for target. He sweeps for target.
Yeah, he ain't a cab driver. He a limo driver.
He said he a limo driver.
That man changes the tire on the limo. He ain't no limo driver. He haven't even made it that high. He changes the tires.
So he changed.
Hey, D free, CDK. I ain't gonna lie, man. We gotta do this, man. I ain't had this much fun alive in a long time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fun, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I didn't even know my man D Free was that funny. Or CDK, man, you hilarious, bro. Hey, when Vic was on here talking wild, man, when you start laughing, D Free, I couldn't stop.
No, and that's why I said I'm not gonna say what you said. But
yeah.
I mean, if Terrence Crawford get the nod in his daggone fight, I'm gonna give him the credit that he deserves. Like what I say.
Man. If a man won't bend a knee, he won't bend a knee.
Right.
He won't bend a knee.
He told me, so what did I say? Well, you said you was gonna bend your knee.
Hey, the part that got me, then he had his hat backwards. So I was like, what do you mean? What you bending your
I heard what you said too, and everybody else catching. You gonna tell us that I see why you got your head on backwards.
I heard him, but I didn't want to respond when he said, "Well, your head already turned backwards." I said, "Ooh."
Now I see why you got your head on backwards.
Yeah, man. What the? I said, "Damn, man."
Hey, when he said that whole bending knee stuff, Paul, I was like, where did that come from?
Yeah, man.
When my Uncle Sonny said that song kind of sweet.
Wow.
Damn. Man.
That's the world we live in. Hey, but I don't know if y'all cats can commit to it, bro, but we got to do these lives like this on the weekend, bro. This was too much fun.
I was about to tell y'all, come football season, I'm doing live streams for the football games. I'm calling the game.
I love football. I know my football like I know my boxing. I'll be there, man. If you let me.
I'm there.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the panel open. So I'm gonna have y'all come up. If it's your team playing, I'm gonna have you call the game with me.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call the game together, and we could talk about the play, where the ref messed up at, where your player messed up, where that player messed up. We could talk about the game live in front of the audience or whatever. We turn the volume down on the TV and we commentate the fight. I mean the game.
Yeah, hey, that'd be nice.
How you share the live like that? I was trying to figure that out, man. I don't know how to do that. How do you do that?
How you do what?
Share the live like you did.
What I did was when you sent me the link, when I went into the chat and I hit the chat button, it came up to share this live stream with your audience, and I just clicked on that, and it allowed me to set up a live stream as well. So what I did was I said D Free going live with BVO for the Kambosos fight, and calling the Kambosos fight. And it allowed me because that's the first time I ever seen it. So I was like, oh shit, okay, I can set it up as me doing a live and you doing a live, so we both doing a live together.
Yeah, hey, that was tight, man. I'm gonna mess around and figure out how to do that.
Yeah, like I said, it was when you sent me the link, I just clicked. I mean, I just put the link in, and then I came to the channel, and then I went to go into the chat to talk to the people in the chat, and I saw that I can set up the link for my live, and so I just set it up for my live as well. So we have people from my audience, because I know everybody's not subscribed to your channel. That's how you got Thomas now, because a lot of people not subscribed to your channel, but they subscribe to mine. So they just linked up, and they was able to subscribe to your channel and my channel.
I'll tell you what, though, man. My man Vic made the day, man. My man said, I'm going to get on bended knee. That's that punk talk, man.
That was the holy grail of Paul.
Right.
That right there was the holy grail of Paul's.
That man Vic, he be going hard for Bud, no homo.
Yeah. Hey, he be out of pocket, man. He be out of pocket when it comes to Bud, man. Let me read this comment. Salute. So I love to hear black men working together and supporting each other. Make sure you bring more black men on. This is a positive outlet to bring brothers along. Good to hear y'all all laughing. He said, optimize your description, BBO. That will bring more viewers. Okay, yeah, I tell you what, man, I'm still learning, man, because I blew up on YouTube fast, and then I made some mistakes. Go ahead,
BBO. I know you new to the family or whatever, but AB, that's our IT for TWT. Anything about the internet or websites and stuff like that, AB is the guy you want to go to. That's our IT for TWT.
Okay, sweet, man. I got that locked in. But I'm still stuck on my boy. I'm still stuck on my boy Vic. Hey, how come every Terrence Crawford fan sound the same? Is that just me, or y'all hear that too?
Now they got one way to win.
No, I don't know. I don't think he was on Knockout Channel with me last Thursday. Not this past Thursday, the Thursday before last. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, I said, no, I hear a lot of people saying that Terrence Crawford's going to knock EJ out. I want somebody to tell me, a Terrence Crawford fan, to tell me how Terrence Crawford went on the scorecard. And it's been over a week now, and still nobody has told me how Terrence Crawford wins outside of a knockout. And I'm like, if that's the only chance that he has a puncher's chance, and that's it. He don't have no other chance. So if it goes to the scorecard, Terrence Crawford lost the fight. He lost the fight.
I'll be honest with you, man. I think Terrence Crawford is cashing out. I could be wrong, but I don't. But when he talk, he sound like he cashing out. D-Free, same thing. CDK, he sound like he cashing out. I'm gonna
tell you what I tell a lot of Terrence Crawford fans, and it's no slight to Terrence Crawford. I know he's a good fighter or whatever. I've never said he was a bad fighter or a trash fighter like that. Nothing like that. But I don't see what all the Terrence Crawford fans see. I don't see that switch hitter fighter that bounced around the ring. I understand he did that at 140. I'm talking about 147. Everybody keep talking about what he did at 140. I'm talking about 147. He doesn't do that at 147. So all this stuff y'all talking about that he does, he don't do that at 147. Y'all still living in the past. I'm talking about now. And everybody can say, oh, he do this, he do. When? Show me a fight at 147 where he did what y'all tell me he did. All they can show me is, oh, he knocked him out. That's all they can say. Oh, well, he stopped him. He knocked him out. He stopped him. That's all they can tell me. They can't show me no fight where he's dancing around the ring, he's switch hitting, and he's doing all this stuff. They can't show me that because he doesn't do that no more. And that's what they living in the past, and they fail to realize that Terrence Crawford is not that young Terrence Crawford no more. He's older. And when you get older, you lose some of your abilities because you're older. It's part of nature. You lose some of your abilities.
He ain't been that Terrence Crawford in 5 years. I don't know what people be talking about.
That's what I said. Since he's been at 147. He's been at 147. 5 years. That was 5 years ago when he came to 147. He ain't been that Terrence Crawford since.
It's been that long? Dang.
Yes.
Time flies, man.
He came to 147 in 2018. 2018, he came to 147. That's when he fought Jeff Horn and got the belt. He ain't been that Terrence Crawford at 140.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know what it is, man? You talk about romanticizing the past, and he didn't really fight nobody that I thought was that big a deal. I mean, other than Victor Postal, you see how Victor Postal just got beat. Like,
no, we're not. Why you think everybody say his resume is not that good? And see, I try to stay away from the resume because, like I said, it's objective. You can say this person was good, that person was good, but truth be told, his resume is not that good. It's not. It's not that good. He got Victor Postal, Ricky Byrne, Prescott, and Gamboa. What's the African that he won for undisputed? Ndango.
Julius Ngannou, yeah.
Ndango. You got what? Amir Khan, Jose Benavidez, Sean Porter, Carol Brook. I mean, Kell Brook and Sean Porter are the best names on his resume. Those are the best names. But if you look past the names and you do your little research, you'll understand that he fought them years later after Earl Spence already fought him. and these guys wasn't the same fighters no more. Kell Brook hasn't been at 147 for like the last 3 years, and he couldn't make the weight no more. And he didn't have a trainer when he fought Bud Crawford. He trained himself for that fight. He didn't have no trainer.
Didn't he meet the dude off Instagram or something crazy like that?
Right. He didn't even have no trainer. He trained himself. He ain't had no trainer. His trainer couldn't make it to the United States. So, I mean, and then you look at Sean Porter. Sean Porter told everybody, "Oh, I was thinking about retiring after I lost to Earl Spence. I didn't want to do this no more, but I didn't know how to tell my father." So that's not a fighter that was still wanted to fight. He wanted to retire. So you gotta look at all that. So that's why I said his resume ain't all that good. I mean, like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from him. He did what he was supposed to do. They got in the ring. He beat him. He did what he was supposed to do. I'm not taking that away from him.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You know when you just broke it down like that, and maybe because I'm relaxing, but man, D Free, man, I think we're getting sold on this fight. I think Earl is gonna kill him. Like,
that's why I keep trying to sell him, but I got Earl by disaster. Earl by disaster.
D Free, I ain't gonna lie. You know how you talk so much boxing. Just hearing you say that, I don't even. You know what, man? You know what this fight remind me of, man? That's when they were trying to make it seem like Robert Helenius had a chance against Deontay Wilder.
Right, right. Hey, did you see? I don't. You know who Drew Titan is?
Yeah.
Did you see the video that Drew Titan did with Deontay Wilder before the fight and after the fight?
Yeah.
He did a video with Deontay Wilder. He said, "Deontay Wilder, where you gonna knock him out at?" He said, "I'm gonna knock him out right here." Fight happened. Knocked him out right where he said he was. And then you see Drew Titan looking at the daggone spot. He was like, "No, this shit is crazy. This is what he said he was gonna knock him out at." He knocked him out right where he said he was gonna knock him out at.
I remember that, man, because you know it's funny. You watch so much boxing, man. You almost like missed the forest for the trees, and like we getting sold. This ain't no big. Now I'm thinking this ain't no big fight for Earl. He about to kill him. Like I thought that, but then when you start naming the names on his record and I forgot about that stuff. Man, he really ain't got it. No. So no wonder Bo Mack is being so complimentary of Earl Spence. So they hope he take it easy on him.
I'm trying. Like I said, I'm just letting all the Terrence Crawford fans. Like I said, if Terrence Crawford pull off the upset, because I got it as an upset, even though he's favorite, Terrence Crawford is a slight favorite in this fight. Mm-hmm. I think I look at him as the underdog. So if he pull off the upset and beat Earl Spence, I'm gonna give him all the credit that he deserves. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad. Like I said, I don't have no dog in this race. I'm gonna give that man all the credit that he deserves. I just don't think he's gonna win.
But yeah, you saying that it's not no doggone Marvin versus Tommy Hearns fight when you say it like that, because Tommy Hearns had just beat that one dude. I can't think of his name. Didn't he have like 12 title defenses? Like
a lot of people say that is Tommy Hearns and Hagler, or it's Sugar Ray Leonard and Hearns because of the undisputed title that's on the line. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the fighters, it's really not, because Tommy Hearns, Hagler, Leonard, they all fought tough competition on the way to fighting each other. They fought each other multiple times. Where Hearns and Leonard only fought once, and Hagler and Hearns only fought once. But Leonard and Hearns fought multiple times. Leonard and Duran fought multiple times. So they fought tough competition on the way to fight each other. We don't have that. We have one guy that fought tough competition. We have another guy who's never been the underdog in no fight that he's ever fought. Even his very first fight in pro, he was not the underdog. He was the favorite. So this man has never been the underdog in no fight that he's ever fought, and it showed. He had an easy cakewalk all the way up to undisputed, and now to fighting Earl Spence for undisputed again. He had an easy cakewalk because he could have fought Danny Garcia. He could have fought Keith Thurman. He could have fought Sean Porter when Sean Porter still had the title. He could have fought Sean Porter then, but he chose not to. He went and fought Amir Khan, who already got knocked out by Danny Garcia and got put in a casket by daggone Canelo. So he fought that Amir Khan after all that happened. And then he fought a Jose Benavidez who had one leg that had just got shot in the leg a few months prior, that had one fucking leg and he couldn't move around the fucking ring. Those are the guys that he fought.
So basically, what they doing in boxing, man, I gotta be real, man. They be just selling us a bag of shells, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. The casuals just know the name. They just see the name. Oh yeah, that's what's your face. That's Bud Crawford. That's Earl Spence. But they don't know the history behind them because they casuals. They just watch it when the fight come on. They don't look at YouTube and they don't look at the headline stories of what's going on with these fighters. It's not like football or basketball where you got that stuff on ESPN every day, so you see what's going on in football and basketball every day. Boxing, you don't see that unless it's a big headliner like the whole Fury and Wilder, a big headliner. Then they'll talk about that on ESPN. But if it ain't no big headliner, you ain't seeing that on ESPN. You got to go to YouTube and listen to the people that gets behind the scenes and get information so you know what's going on.
So you think? So I'm gonna ask you this: is Errol gonna go up to middleweight?
Errol gonna go to 154, and then he might end his career at middleweight. But I know that the next way he's going to is 154. He will go to 160 if he gets the Canelo fight.
But this is the thing. See, I don't think Errol could beat Jamel Charlo. I don't think he could beat Jamel. I think Jamel will be too much for him, Pauls. I think he just will be too talented for him. But I think. Go ahead. Who you think will win that fight? I got Jamel.
I got Earl beating the shit out of Jamel.
How?
Because Jamel is not disciplined enough. That's how he has that draw and that loss. He's not disciplined enough. He don't listen to Derek James when he's supposed to, and he get put in adversity and he don't listen to Derek James. But Earl Spence, Derek James tell Earl Spence to do something, he does that, and Derek James don't have to repeat himself. But when Jamel get in trouble, and Derek James tell Jamel to do something, Jamel sometimes, most of the time he listens to him, but those times that he didn't listen to him, we saw what the results was. He had a draw and he lost. So I just don't think that Jamel is disciplined enough to beat Earl. Now, another thing is when it comes down to them fighting, we already know that Derek James is going to be with Earl Spence. So Ronnie Shields is probably going to be training Jamel Charlo, because that's who used to train Jamel Charlo before he got with Derek James, was Ronnie Shields, and that's who his brother used right now. So he probably go with Ronnie Shields, but Derek James is the better trainer, and he's been with Earl Spence since day one when Earl Spence came to his gym when his father brought him to the gym. That's who his father brought him to, was Derek James, and that's who he's been with ever since. So he's going to be in Earl Spence's corner, but I don't think Jamel can be. I mean, even Jamel was having that interview, and he said, "Man, I beat all Southpaw fighters." And Earl Spence walked up. He's like, "You ain't beat all Southpaw fighters." He was like, "Well, I ain't talking about you. You already know. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people outside the gym." So he already let it be known, you ain't beat me. And he was like, "Well, I'm not talking about you."
I heard that. I guess I think the funny thing is because I've seen Derek James take a boxer and just with improving his fundamentals made him a knockout artist. So it's just like I thought him being Paul's a little bit too big for Errol would affect him, because I think I don't know. I know people say Errol should be as good at 147 or, but I think Errol should be fighting like 160, 168. I think you will see the best him.
Earl can fight at those weight classes. Earl's beating light heavyweights. He's beating heavyweights in sparring. He's beating light heavyweights and heavyweights in sparring. So he can fight at 168. He can fight at 160. But like I said, he started his career at he started his career at 154, and then he went down to 47, and now he's about to go back up to 54. Excuse me. But yeah, I just like Earl. People say that Jamel is bigger than Earl. He's taller than Earl, but when it comes to weight wise, literally they about the same size. Earl he has a dietitianist and a nutritionist, and he's able to keep the weight off because he got a fight coming up. But they literally, Earl walks around before he got a nutritionist. Earl was walking around at like 170. He was walking around like 170, almost 180. And he said that in the interview. He was walking around like 170, 180, and he had to cut like 30 pounds to make weight. So yeah. I mean, he's a big dude. It's just now he has a no homo. He has a nutritionist. He could keep the weight off.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. D Free, you my brother, man. I had a ball with you, man. But I'm getting sleepy, man. I see my man CDK was sleep, man, eating them noodles.
Yeah, he probably already done dozed off.
Hey, but we got each other's number, man. We got to do this again, bro. This was too much fun, man. This is like skipping Stephen A.
That's a bet.
All right, my brother, you take it easy, man. And we go.
All right.
Hey, it's your boy BBO Boxing, man. Follow my man D Free, man. Boxing matchups. Of course, follow my man CDK, man. You know what we're here to do, man. And we gone. BBO Boxing. Peace.